Let's see. Hello, everybody.
What's that voice?
I don't know if we're live yet. Wait a minute. I don't know.
It says live.
Does it say live?
Yes, ma'am. And your thing just popped up for Sunday
Oh,
brunch.
okay.
So good morning.
Good morning, guys. Oh,
Pixie was first. Jenna was second.
Oh, Pixie, you are awesome, babe.
I know, right?
She's
Winky.
number one. Jenna Moon's second. Winky Whispers third. That's got to be
Bay
early.
Beauty, my sweet love.
Good morning, guys.
How is everybody?
This is kind of like an impromptu live. I was just, bored.
I've decided today I am like not answering my telephone so I can make it through an entire Jenna Moon live. I'm just saying. Because the last week has been hell. Every time I go in there and I get settled and I've got my coffee, cigarettes, and I'm ready to go, bam, phone starts blowing up. And you know, when family trouble's going on or whatever, you get the one phone call and they expect you to call 5 other people. It's like, really?
Hey,
I don't want to play.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Winky.
Oh my God, I watched the Dateline the other night. It was about that Lori Vallow case. Oh,
yeah.
God. That woman is evil.
They're creepy.
Oh my God, she thought her kids were zombies.
Careful, you may not get to go to heaven if you don't.
I'm not buying it though. They were like they thought they were from like a different planet. They're so freaking bizarre.
There were zombies or like
Which brings me to mental illness. I mean, you have to be mentally ill to believe. Like, come on.
I get to be the star then if it's mental illness.
No. I'm the star of that. Oh, I've already owned that. I'm bipolar. I've said it over and over again.
Yeah, like we were just talking, I said, you know, I would never know. And she goes, because I'm medicated.
Jenna will be going live at some point today about the case. Oh, cool, Jenna.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm all caught up now.
Hey, and that Charlie girl.
That was cray.
Why are you guys up so early? Well, it's not, I guess it's 10 o'clock here. It's not that early.
It's almost 9 here. I've been up since like 4.
I've been up since 5. I've been playing I'm hooked on this like slots game and playing it. I'm up to 190 million.
Good morning, Charlie girl.
Really real money.
Can you cash that in? What do you get, $1.25 or something?
No, I don't know. I always play till I have nothing. So, because I just like playing it. I just like playing it. Well, one of these days, maybe I'll go to Las Vegas and play the slots. I don't know.
But, I can't do it. I can't. It's like every quarter I put in there or whatever, it's like ripping my arm off. My arm wants to go in after it.
She is the devil, Winky. Hey, Samara. How are you, Samara? Yeah, she's the devil. Oh my God. You have no idea. And them finding those kids, what were they thinking? I didn't even kill your kids and bury them in your future husband's backyard. What a bitch. Hey, Cinderella. Oh my God. And those kids are so innocent. Like it just breaks my heart. It broke my heart to watch that.
I know, right?
Oh God.
I don't understand that. I really don't. Because to me, I don't know, it's not even a mental illness. It's like you got two people who are so much in lust with each other that they're going to eliminate anybody that might be a problem.
Yeah, because his wife, well, they're exhuming her body to find out if it was drug involved, like if there was any, way that he had any involvement in that. Her husband dies mysteriously at the hands of her brother. Then her brother died of natural causes, supposedly. I don't know. The whole story is just like a made-for-TV movie, for God's sakes. Like,
right?
Yeah. The more I watched it, the more I was like, if it wasn't, like, it's just so unreal. And then
good morning, Charlie girl and Samara.
Her kids were zombies, like she was saying to her friend, like, see how he is talking about her son, who was autistic, by the way.
Hey, Cinderella.
Yes, it was a deliberate action. She deserves a death penalty as far as I'm concerned.
I agree too. I mean, I think they were in cahoots together and they just planned it all out.
Yep. Sure did. And I don't care and they're going to use this mental illness thing. I don't know, because of their freaking bizarre beliefs. I know that's coming up. That's going to come.
Is religion a mental illness? I just have to ask.
Well, I don't know if they believed in religion or what they believed in aliens, or it was kind of bizarre because supposedly he was married to her in all 31 of his past lives, and not necessarily on this planet. You know what I
I'm
mean?
just saying,
It's like freaking weird.
if you haven't figured it out by now, what is time 32 going to do for you?
Yeah,
And
really.
right. And Winky, the saddest part is those grandparents from Louisiana that begged for JJ. I mean, we'll come get him, we'll take care of him, we'll put him in school, whatever you need us to do. And she just lied and lied and lied, knowing that their biological grandchild was dead. Keep in mind, JJ did not biologically belong to her. That he was adopted.
I didn't know that.
No, he's adopted.
What did I miss in that?
He is adopted.
He was adopted. Okay.
But he's like, what is it, friends? A friend's kid or something like that? That was having issues.
The daughter actually ended up being like kind of the caregiver for him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because even when you see her interacting with her little brother, she's just so motherly towards him. God,
and the older brother too.
I wish she was next to me. I'd like to slap her into the middle of next week.
That older brother, the one that's left alive now and missing his 2 little siblings, is just heartbroken.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Plus, he has to come to the realization that his mother is responsible for what happened to them.
She's a little cray. Yes, she is.
Little?
Just a little.
She's stark raving mad. A lunatic.
I think she's just absolutely self-absorbed.
Wedding pictures after she knows her children are dead, and she's on the beach with this freaking whatever.
Okay, Jenna, tell me, Jenna, is her sister's kid or was it his sister's kid?
Oh my God.
What's his name? Charles Vallow. Because this was during their marriage when she was married to Charles. A relative's child. Okay.
Oh, it's a relative's child. Oh my God.
So kind of blood related, but
Wow. So why do you take a kid onto yourself if you don't even want kids? You just want to like get them out of the way. What about the older girl, the 17-year-old? Was that her biological?
Yes. Yeah.
And they actually showed footage of her being taken into being questioned, and her daughter was with her, and her daughter was acting like a mother, like she was acting kind of goofy, and her daughter was like rubbing her arm and stuff, and
So JJ was biologically linked to Charles Vallow. Yes, uncle, basically, but then adopted as father. So, because I was wondering, because he was very concerned about Tally. Don't get me wrong, but there was something about JJ that, and I know that they were kind of wanting to start a family, but then this kind of came up, and then they took JJ and adopted him to kind of start, building a family with Charles Vallow. Because of the video of that night that he broke into the house, basically.
True crime junkie.
She took everything and left.
Charles' sister's grandbaby, so his cousin's child, but Charles and Lori adopted him. Okay. Well.
Or once or twice.
I hope she gets like the maximum that you can get, because I have a feeling she's the one that told them where to look for the bodies. I just have a feeling.
Thank you for that true crime junkie, because it kind of gets away from me every single time. I can't get wrapped around it very well. But yeah, that's just crazy. Has anybody? Oh, Jenna, I meant to send you that stuff, and I don't know if I did or not. But about a case out of Fullerton, Texas, right outside of Houston, with a mother and her 2 daughters and husband. I'm gonna have to send that to you. That is just the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Crazy.
Which one is that?
It was a gorgeous woman, beautiful. They've been married forever and ever. They had 2 daughters, gorgeous. One was taller and thinner. The other one was shorter and a little bit thicker. The 22-year-old was still living at home. She was engaged. They had been dating for 4 years. She had taken some college courses. She was about to, I think, they were about to get married. They were planning everything, and from everybody's reporting, she was just like the perfect mother, the perfect soccer mom. And they think part of what set her off is people kept saying, your youngest daughter looks so much like you, and your older daughter looks like your husband. Well, she was so deeply self-conscious and had no self-esteem, and it set her off. And her husband finally, she committed herself several times, got in an apartment, went and lived there. They'd get back together. Just a lot of mental health issues that really people didn't take note of. They just kind of went, oh, that's just too tough. People have problems in their marriage. It'll work out. It'll be okay. And they excused a lot of stuff until she was back at home. It was her husband's birthday, and she snapped. She insisted that because the older daughter, the 22-year-old about to be married, had disagreed with her mother that he had to ground her. And he's like, I don't think that's a little inappropriate. I mean, she's kind of, I don't know, an adult. So we need to talk about this, but it's my birthday. And can we just let it slide? No. And she just kept on and kept on and kept on until finally he just snapped. He's like, you know what? Here's the deal. I want a divorce. I'm done. This is going to be the last birthday you ruin for me. This is it. So there'd been trouble, over the marriage. And she called them all into the living room, sat them all down, stood up, had a gun in her hand, started screaming at him. He is begging. I mean, it's on tape, begging for her to stop. She shoots both daughters. They get out. One of them fell and died right at the street. The other one was still in the street,
God.
standing up. She shot her again. Cops show up. You hear the whole thing on 911 from the neighbor. And then finally the cops show up and they shoot her. So happy birthday, right? But going back, it just shows going back how often mental health is looked at like everybody's got that problem. That's no big deal. It'll go away.
No.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gets worse.
No, and people suffer from different degrees of mental illness. Like mental illness can come in all different kinds of forms. PTSD, like in my case, I'm bipolar. I've always been honest about that. If I'm not on meds, I'm a different person. I know people say I'm this horrible person, or you should see me when I'm not on my meds.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally different person, and there's no control. It just, thoughts don't stop. It's like squirrels in your head.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like really terrible.
So you're either like really going fast or you're really going slow.
I get
or
high,
you're high or
high
depressed.
highs or severely depressed, like
Mm-hmm.
severely. And so I don't have a middle ground when I'm not on my meds. There's no even keel.
No.
It goes from really high to really low.
And to me, honestly, knowing you for as long as I have, I
Mhm.
would have, when you told me that you were bipolar, I was like, no, you're not. Who told you that? You're like, no, I'm medicated. And I'm like,
Yeah, and
okay.
I am, and without them, because I was feeling good on my medication. So I said, well, I feel good I feel good now. I feel like I can do it without my medication. I went off my medication for 10 months. Biggest mistake I ever made, because, for the first little while I was okay, but then it started. And of course, you always take it out on the one that's closest to you, which was my husband. And he kept saying that. We were almost ready for a divorce. That's how bad it got with me. And so he said, either you go back and you get back on your meds, or we're done. And so I went back because I wasn't even feeling good about it. Like I would be sitting at home thinking, when I was in my lows, what would be the best way to kill myself? Should I drive the car into the garage and just start it? That's how serious it was.
I
It was
was there.
very serious. So yeah, on my medication, I'm just even, and I'm not happy all the time, because I can go through my moods too.
No, but your emotions are healthy because they're
Yes.
changeable. They're not,
Right.
you don't get stuck in one and just stay
Right.
there,
Right. And then when you're bipolar, when you're on a high, you're on a high. Like, I mean, I could clean my house and I could go through from one end to the other. It's good to get stuff done, But then
It's like,
afterwards, you go from a great high to a devastating
yeah,
low.
cannot pick
And when
yourself
you're on
up.
that low, you can't pick yourself up.
Hmm.
It's like literally you could stay in bed 20 hours a day,
So let me ask you this. Do you think that your husband's reaction to what he was saying was healthy or mean? That wasn't
Um,
a leading question,
well,
was it?
here's the thing, and I went to a therapist for that, and she said she didn't think it was healthy, but she said you need to tell him exactly how you're feeling at a
Right,
particular time, because I would get mad at him for no reason, like I would just go off on him, and she
right.
said you need to tell him I'm gonna, you know, how you're feeling at that moment is what's gonna come out of your mouth, because I would just go off on him.
Right.
And so, yeah, I kind of learned kind of little tools on how to work with that.
Good
Oh,
morning, Joanne.
hey, Joanne.
How are you, honey?
But it's trial and error, I guess. But I'm on my meds, and I keep on my meds, and I know because I asked my doctors, well, how long do I have to be on these? And he said, probably for the rest of your life, because
Hmm.
there's actually no cure for it. It's just who you are. So.
I love that name, Lunatic Kitten. Good morning, honey.
Oh my God, that is a good name.
That's a good name because I have one.
I don't see it. Why don't I see it? I
It's
don't
way
see
back
it.
there. It's way, way up because I
Oh,
missed it. But yeah, no, I was going to say, I don't think, it's sometimes the people that are closest to us that are seeing this happen and we don't know why. And we kind of get you by the shoulders and say, you have to do
no,
something or
knock it off.
I
Yeah.
can't watch this. I can't watch you self-destruct. It's killing me. And we take it as mean, but sometimes it's the healthiest conversation you can have. You know what I
And that's
mean?
exactly what my husband said to me. He said,
Yeah.
either you go back on your medication. He said, I was okay on my medication, but I felt so okay that I thought I didn't need it. In my
Hey,
head, I didn't
Gingerlocks.
need it. Hey, Gentle Mom. Um, So I went off on my own, and you never do that when
Oh
you're on
God, no.
medication. But I was on medication for 10 years,
Hmm.
10 years before I went off it. And after, let's see, I was off for 10 months. I had to call him actually in tears and say, I need to get back on my medication. I can't do it.
And their response was, how long have you been
Well, no,
off,
my
dear?
the doctor that I was going to was not taking new patients anymore, and they had
Oh,
closed out my file. So I had to go to a whole new doctor, and he had to
oh,
do the whole thing, physical, everything. So yeah, I had to do it all over again. And then talking to the
wow.
therapist was hard because you have to go through some issues that aren't really easy because
They're not
they're all new
fun.
people. They're all new
Hmm.
people with, and they need to talk to you, and
And
yeah, it
sometimes
wasn't
just
easy.
reading a chart doesn't get it done,
And the
because,
medication alone doesn't work out.
no,
You have
yeah.
to work through some
Well, how long
issues.
did it take you to get on your what you needed to take your regimen?
Well, first of all, they had my file from the other doctor because
Uh-huh.
they had transferred my file over. So they knew what cocktail of medication I was on. So they
Right.
had that. I asked him not to give me Seroquel for sleeping, because he definitely was, the big thing for him was sleep. He wanted me to sleep. So he didn't give me that anymore. I will never take that medication again. That's the worst freaking
Yeah.
shit.
Some
Oh
people,
my
it just
God.
really
And
does
it
not.
helps you sleep. It makes you sleep, but it makes you
For
sleep. And then you feel like, hi, Simon.
Hey, Simon.
How are you, Simon? And no, that's not why I'm hearing noises in my house. In case you guys are wondering,
I heard
those
I
are real
watched one of
cousins.
those TED, the TED videos that they have, and a
Hmm.
lot of them are real political or whatever. So I don't
Right.
really kind of go there. But there was one on science beats out ghosts, and she's like,
Okay.
10 times out of 10, it has nothing to do. I'm like, click, turned it off. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't take my ghost away from me. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm not having it. I want to keep my ghost. Thank you.
Well, I went on a channel the other night and I played back that tape from, and there was a skeptic on there, and he told me it was just reverb from my speakers. And I said, oh,
That no, that wasn't
well, that's what
reverb.
he said. But I said, well, I don't know. I don't
You
know,
know,
because it only happened on one person's panel and blah, blah, blah. And
I grew up in the music industry and recording studios, like legit. Um, And yeah, that wasn't reverb.
Well,
Reverb's pretty
I've got
distinctive.
this app now, and I've been playing. I've been turning it on at night and seeing if I catch anything. So far, haven't caught anything like as far as voices go,
Uh-huh.
but
I
so
think a lot of it had to do with that mirror. I still
I
do.
don't know. It's down, it's covered, so I don't know. Well, a lot of the when I after I took it down. Hi, Gail.
Hey, Gail.
After I took it down and covered it, it seems like everything kind of died down a little. There's still a little bit. There's like, well, this morning when you heard that was my husband coming into that.
Oh, she goes,
I said,
damn
"Oh
it,
my
I
God, I
hear
hear footsteps."
footsteps.
It's my husband. It was my husband. And I did. He goes, "No, it's me." It's like okay, because he knows. Well, he has though. He has smelled the cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
And the person whose channel I went on to, she's telling me, she said she's smelled the same. A lot of things are smell related.
Hmm.
When I smell bacon cooking, if there's no bacon cooking, I think of my dad every time. I don't
Yep.
know. Just
Did I tell you about my mom at work the other day?
no, no, no.
Get this. Okay. So she's walking down the hall, patient hallway, and one of the aides stepped out, and you can hear the patient inside. It's double occupancy room, right? But there's just one patient in there. And she said, and it's Miss Smith. I'm just going to make that name up. That's not her name. Whatever. HIPAA, don't come for me. But she said, I'll be back in a little bit, Miss Smith. She got her settled, and she said, okay, bye, Marianne. Marianne was not her name, and that's the name that she gave. I'm not picking on Hello Starlight either. Full disclaimer here. Anyway, so she
There's a
walks
few
over to my
Marianne.
mom, right? She walks over to my mom and she goes, "Do you believe in spirits?" She goes, "Yeah, I do." And she goes, "Why do you ask me that?" She said, "Well," it reminds me I could tell another joke. Anyway, she said, "Because Miss Smith just said when I was walking out of the room, bye, Marianne." And she said, "Okay, what does that name mean to you?" She goes, "Well, it's my mom's name and she died 2 months ago." And she goes, "Okay, well, you're asking me, do I believe in spirits? Do you believe in spirits?" And she stuck her head back in and she goes, "What did you say, Miss Smith?" She said, "I said, bye, Marianne." Just like she had said it before. So obviously, I'm thinking she's talking to somebody who I don't necessarily see, right? And that's what
Mhm,
my mom told her. She said, "Listen, the thing is, do you believe in spirits? That's what's important." And
mhm,
I think your mom wants you to know that she's around.
mhm,
Not to scare you, not to upset you, not. She's just there because she loves you.
mhm.
I thought that was sweet.
Well, that was my grandmother too. Like when she had had like a heart attack and they were working on her, and she said she kind of felt herself go up into the corner of the room, and she remember
Mhm.
looking down, and she was thinking, why don't they leave me alone? Just let me go, because she had no pain.
Mhm.
She had no, and she came back, and that's what she told my mom. She goes, I know there's life after death. She goes, because I was there. I was
Yep.
dead. I was there. I watched them working on
Mhm.
me.
Hey,
I
son.
felt myself coming back into my body. So,
Hey, Kimberly. How are you this morning, honey?
hey, everybody.
Eagle.
Eagle, good
Good
morning.
morning.
Simon, you want to come out?
Yes,
You
he
got,
does.
yes, yes, he does. Here
The
you
other thing
go.
I've been
I
watching a
got
lot
like through
of,
the link. Ginger Lock's mom, want to come up? You
the
were a
other thing,
naughty girl last night, Ginger Lock.
what? Yeah. The other thing I've been watching
Yeah.
a lot of is that awesome Victoria Stilwell that does It's Me or the Dog. That little lady from Great Britain that
I
is a
don't know
professional
her.
dog trainer, and she gets like the
Oh,
worst
her. She
cases.
is so funny.
I love her
I know. She's good. She's
because it's
really
good
good. I
to
used to watch that guy. What was that guy? He used to have a show on
Caesar. Was it
Caesar.
Caesar?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Caesar's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, he used to do those training dog shows.
Hmm.
I used to love watching those.
And it's funny to when you compare them, how similar the tactic because it works.
Yeah,
It
well
works on
they do. They
yeah.
do.
The
Yeah.
cutest one was this really bad, naughty husky and just would not accept anything from the female. Now the male, he knew that that was his alpha, right? But this female, he was like, no, she's totally my bitch. He would pee on her side of the bed
Oh
only,
God.
constantly trying to climb on top of her, if you know what I mean,
Mhm.
constantly biting at her. And so she got
Mhm.
this brand new dog bowl, right? Brand new, it's right out of the store, filled it full of cereal and milk, gave her the spoon and said, now look at him dead in the face and eat in front of him. Because the
Lord.
pack lead eats before the rest of the pack. And I mean, it did not take any time that he understood exactly who she was from that point forward. I thought something so
That's marking
simple.
their territory, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of marking their territory.
Yeah.
Because
She told her, she goes, he goes, male dogs go outside and they pee on lampposts and their yard and to mark their territory. He's saying, you're beneath me. You're my territory and pee on your side of the bed.
Yeah.
She just kind of was like, oh my God.
Look off. Hey, Top Cop. Good morning. Good morning. Simon's getting his earbuds, and then he's going to, Ginger Lock's mom, you want to come up? Tell us all about your evening. Watched a little bit of it. I kind of was like in and out of sleep, so I missed a little bit. But yeah, that's me. I'm like the old lady. I can't stay awake anymore. I can't. I really
But
can't.
even when I stay up, I tend to like want to like zone off into another area of YouTube that
Well, I was
I'm just
watching the dead
watching.
files that I DVR'd, so yeah.
It's not DVR in mine. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to call this stupid company.
Well, see, I've got it set that it will DVR
Top
all the
Cop.
future episodes that I haven't DVR'd, so I can never miss it. And Dateline, I DVR'd and not watched it later because I knew it was about that Lori Vallow case, and I was really interested in watching that because
Man,
I
that's
had
nuts.
heard everything about. Oh my God, she's crazy. I hope she gets the most severest punishment, and him too. I mean, them just the part about them sitting on the beach, like in their hi Ginger.
Good morning.
Oh, hello, naughty girl.
You have to talk
so
softly
naughty.
for the hangovers.
You have the hangovers?
I think I'm the first one awake.
Oh, are you still at Marissa's?
I am.
Good morning, Top Cop.
So you have to be quiet. When are you going home?
When Mary wakes up.
Oh, did you guys drive there together?
Yeah. Well, we met at a park and ride and we drove up.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of like on the way.
Was it a long drive or?
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
When you're driving with a friend, you're sitting there gabbing and talking, and before you know it, probably.
But we had fun. If nothing else, we had fun last night.
I saw that.
I got a little crunk.
Stuff up there is not like shut down. See, everything's shutting back down here completely.
Yeah, they seem a little more lax there than they are here.
Yeah.
We just found out today that there's 90 new cases in our county. Yeah. So
can I tell you, like I went to Wegmans and I didn't go near this guy, but this guy was standing outside coughing. I'm like, dude's got to have COVID. That was the worst cough I ever heard.
Wow. That's scary.
That's why I don't go out anywhere. Hi, Simon.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, good morning.
Am I too loud?
You're clicking,
No,
Ginger
you're
Locks.
good.
Who's clicking?
Ginger Locks.
Ginger Locks.
Ginger Locks, you're clicking.
Yeah, you're clicking.
Yeah, Gail, that's those dominant dogs, man. They're just like, but you know, once you get the secret to letting them know you're not in charge here, they are the best dogs. Any breed. It's amazing.
Well, we're not allowed to have pit bulls here because we're near a school. And they won't allow it. It's in the.
Oh, I know. There's so many. They got such a bad rap, and
they're all wrong.
And I think it's the owner.
It depends on how they're raised.
Yes.
Right.
Totally how
the bulls are the
raised.
greatest, best dogs. They're the best dogs.
Since we lost our big alpha female, and we put her down a couple of weeks ago, my little one has been waiting because she is alpha, and I made her wait. I stayed on her, but now she's kind of in a little training mode with me. So we're going out in the car all the time, and I'd prefer not to leash her unless I go somewhere where it's really public. So I've been like calling her back and making her stand by me and wait and listen to me, and she's doing so good. She's so smart. She's spoiled.
Yeah,
that's great. Though.
Well, here's the thing. There's a couple of different breeds here that we're not allowed to have. I can't remember what they are, but Pitbull is one
probably
of them.
Rottweilers.
Or I think a Rottweiler is another one, and I think it's
they're
all
the best
in
dogs.
because we are so many feet from a school. You know, but an elementary school. So,
You know what
but
I'm
yeah,
kind of more worried about?
I think
You,
animals
you
get a
know,
bad.
we had a 215-pound mastiff,
Oh
and he was
wow.
he was the high school mascot,
Uh-huh.
Hmm?
and kids just loved him. Teachers loved him. We got to take him into the schools. They had a bad rap too at once upon a time.
Which dog?
Mastiffs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Alexa.
Oh, Alexis. Oh,
We
honey.
had an appointment to put our lab down Friday, but my hubby's grandma is dying, so we asked the vet his thoughts. He said we
Oh, I'm so
maybe
sorry.
have a month or two.
Alexis
She's got
B,
good
I'm so
pain meds.
sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's so sad. I
It's
know
so
when we
hard
lose
to
our
let go.
You
when we
always
lose our pets.
you always
It's like,
relive stuff like, oh my God.
But,
it's
you know,
like
I think that was
losing.
one of the
Alexis,
hardest
so
days in my
sorry,
life.
baby.
It really was. You know, I was born knowing that my father was dying. So that there was a level of acceptance there that just kind of went with that relationship. And everything born is dying. It's born dying. Everything,
Right.
right? But this one dog, oh God, it's just hard.
Well, do you know when it came time to put Harry down? Harry was our mastiff. He lived 15 years, and that's a good life
Wow.
for a mastiff.
For a
Yes.
mastiff, yes.
And
Absolutely.
when they put him down, all the inoculation was enough to take down a 4-pound dog, because the doctor said his heart was so weak, but he kept on going.
Right.
And they said it was all because of love. There was no
Mhm.
other way they could explain it.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Oh,
And Mark,
if we did not take the Chesapeake, she would have. I mean, she would still be living, but she would have been miserable. She was running into walls. She was losing her bowel and bladder function. I mean, it was not a good situation.
Mm.
But she would have done anything she could to not leave my husband. Anything.
I mean,
It's
as
something
far as
how
banning
loyal
certain
they are. They're just so incredibly loyal.
breeds, I think we should ban certain humans.
Exactly.
They're the ones
I
that
have a list.
these dogs.
High five you, baby.
Seriously, I have a list
Five
of
you on a
lists
Sunday
on
morning.
YouTube.
Preach, girl. Get up on that pulpit.
There's a few pit bulls on YouTube that I would recommend.
I will sign them up.
You know what, ladies? I think I need a shower. So I'm gonna
They
take a
even
shower.
wear wigs.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
right.
wanted to come up and say hello.
I'm sorry.
I want to come up and say hi and just say hello. But
Oh,
I'm gonna go take
Morning,
a shower.
Brian.
Hello.
Carla, I mean,
Yeah.
Ginger Locks. Yeah,
Yes.
from what I could see, I'm using, yes, I'm a man, and I'm going to use the word hoot. You was a hoot last night.
Was that a hoot?
Yes, that was a hoot. It's-
I don't even know what I did.
I watched one or two, one, and then I fell asleep, and then there was another one up. I think you guys were stopping filming, and then you
I was
another one.
I woke up in the middle of the night. I woke up at like 4:30 and she's still going. I'm like, you are crazy. You're nuts.
Well,
Good morning,
you
Kimmy
were
P.
from her house. I
you
know.
up at 4:30 in the morning, Ginger Locks.
I
Wow.
woke up at 4:30. I went on live
How late
with her.
are they open here?
All right, I'm gonna go shower. Bye, y'all. Thanks for having me up. I love you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
They got quiet.
I think I'll
Good morning, Beaver. How are you, Beaver?
I told Brian to come out. Oh, there he is. That's Brian. Hey, Brian.
Baza.
Brian.
Good morning.
Oh, he is here.
Good morning, Blood.
Brian,
What's
I
up, Simon?
heard.
How are you, Brian?
Hi, misdemeanor.
Good
heard
morning, Brian.
Did FOD her ass.
What happened? What happened?
Did
Brian, I
Randy
want to talk to you at some point.
FOD her ass? Hey, Kimmy P has ADD.
Yeah.
Blood, where's your significant other?
Is Brian here? I don't know.
The
Brian.
vamp tramp, huh?
I literally just woke up.
Ask Brian if he hears me.
Well,
I can hear you.
Oh,
splash some water on that hairy face.
what was going on in Randy's? I missed everything last night.
Oh, it's been going on all weekend with that FOD crap.
Really? Hey, Blood X.
She kind of outed FOD a little bit, but she outed herself too at the same time.
It was kind of a train wreck.
I was like, really? You know?
I don't know what's going on.
I just kept hearing, I'm so sorry, Brian. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's not cool because the bottom line is Randy and I never really stopped talking.
Yeah.
Well, Randy didn't know the lies that FOD has told her even.
Yeah, and well,
And FOD's not alone. Brian, you know that.
No.
I think I do believe that the account is run by one person, but I think that DD Dugan works with FOD.
Yes.
They, I don't know about that, but there's
They've
fill-ins. There is fill-ins. I do know that to be fact. When need be, there's a fill-in.
Wow.
But it is her that runs the account.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. Maybe she does have people sit in on it.
What's her end goal, though? This is what I don't understand. What is her end goal? And does she get just butthurt if you drop?
Oh, well, she sits back and masturbates while she creates a divide here between everybody.
Brian. I couldn't tell you.
Just to create a divide, just to be a bitch. That's her goal.
Well, I have a hard time calling her a her because I'm so used to thinking of her.
Unless the law has deemed her as a him, she is a her to me.
Well, here's the thing.
When the law deems it, then I'll say her.
Well, here's the thing.
Him.
We have never had the person, I won't say her name here, but we have never had that person that we know runs that account come out and say, hey, this is me. I might look like a female, but I identify as a male. If she would do that, I would honor that request. But she doesn't. So to me, that's a female. When she says, hey, I identify as a male.
Hey, Sarah. Good morning, beautiful.
And I don't even like doing that, really. In my world, I don't like doing that because I follow Ben Shapiro.
Don't you think the best defense with her would be just to ghost her?
Well, you can't go to somebody that has 900 accounts and they can follow you everywhere you go.
That's true. They have
They're very, very wise. They're very wise.
So many troll accounts. It's like they troll, they clone, they do whatever.
I don't know, but don't say Ben Shapiro again, or I'm gonna have to go masturbate myself. Just saying.
I'm just glad that my life.
That's my man.
I'm just glad that my life.
You go. You get it on, baby.
I will.
I am just glad that my life isn't so sad that I have.
We'll understand if you suddenly disappear.
Well, Ben Shapiro has this thing on with sexual identity and gender identity and people who identify as this or that. He says what he says is, sometimes my grandpa tells me that the radio talks to him. Yeah, listen, the radio's talking to me. It's talking to me. Ben doesn't go, yeah, you're right. The radio is talking to you. He goes, no, the radio's not talking to you. So if I identify as a tree, if I think I'm a tree, that's my problem. I can't expect you to say, yeah, you're right. You are a tree.
I hug trees, but you're a little too hairy for me to hug.
You're a little too hairy. But hey, it's all good to me. Like I said, with that, that's a female as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I just have a hard time calling her a female because for the longest time it was a male. Didn't Mandy Bell say that she met them or?
Oh, Mandy Bell kept telling us, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong person, and we're in Discord. We know better. She's going to tell us, Brian, you've doxed the wrong person. Bullshit. Mandy Bell always sticks her nose in where it don't belong anyway. Half the time she don't know what's
Well, I just went by what she said. She said
I told Brian in Ben's chat. We was in Ben's chat. Brian was down in Ben's chat. I told Brian a name, and it's Johnny on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Brian remembers that or not.
Johnny on the spot. I don't remember. Simon.
I don't know what Johnny on the spot is.
Johnny on the spot. That means I was Johnny on the spot on her name.
Yeah, he probably did say her name at one point, but I doxed the shit out of her a couple months ago.
I know you did. You did right after that.
I did after she sent CPS to my house.
You're right.
And then so we started digging. Other people were sending me stuff too. We started digging. I doxed the shit out of her. I have no idea why Dave pulled what he pulled because he didn't even dox her right. I don't know what that was about. So, but the only reason I doxed her is because, this is a person that sends CPS to other people's houses. I think other people should know, period.
He didn't para.
I did have support behind that dox. So.
Well, Do not
People who
look
sit on YouTube and say, don't dox, don't dox. They were back there going, yeah, dox the shit out of her. That's a fact.
Good morning, Ash 274. Uh-oh.
She got in your personal life, Brian.
She sure did in more ways than one. I mean, she
I
claimed.
know.
She
And
claims that
what happened was just, it makes me sick on my stomach.
She claims that she spoke to my boss, caused problems on my job. She was over there. She was over there with Real World Podcast, trying to ruin my life and everything else. But everybody just wanted to. Oh, she's so friendly behind the scenes, and she's such a nice person. I became friends with her. She's so good. I said, well, tell that to my kids. They don't believe that. Tell that to my boss. They don't believe that.
Right.
And it's sad that somebody can come on here in a fake name like that and become friends with somebody, and they don't want to back away from her because they're afraid of her. They're scared of her. They're
Ash
scared.
said I had nothing to do with doxing that bitch. Who said you doxed her? Or
Ash
him?
had nothing to do with that. Ash had nothing. She won't dox nobody. Ash
Oh,
had
it had nothing to do with Dave doxing that bitch.
yeah, Dave had yeah.
Dave
Why,
Fish-
somebody say that? Somebody say Ash did?
I
Laura.
have no idea.
I
Oh,
think Laura claimed that.
yeah.
Wow.
When Laura get her facts straight.
Just another lie to add to Laura's list.
Yeah. Well, you know, and then Randy was telling us about how Full On Drama sent flowers to her work. Boy, let me pull some shit like that. Let me pull some crap like that. Oh, you went real life, Brian. What's wrong with you, Brian? Yeah.
Well,
Where's this
isn't Dave and Laura
demeanor?
everybody now? Aren't they?
Well, ever since Dave asked Laura to open her mouth to see how many dicks she could fit in there, he's fell in love with her ever since then.
God.
Brian.
I mean, imagine if I would tell any female.
I'm not saying nothing.
Imagine if I would say that to any female and open your mouth. See how
oh
many dicks
no, God, you would be paying for life. Anything you say, you get, shit on here.
Well, we kind of found out. We kind of found out behind the scenes.
I get shit on for even having you on my panel.
Not anymore. Not anymore. You don't.
Well, not as much. Not
That's
as
why one does that is FOD. Well, here's what I'm concerned about. FOD saw a video where one of my children were timed out, and she wanted to come out 5 minutes. Yeah, I got to pee. 5 minutes after we put her in a room, after she already used the bathroom. And my wife said to her, nope, piss your pants. Well, that was enough for FOD to make a video and tell the whole community that children's services needs to be called. Well, last night on Randy's, we found out that FOD's daughter is in the chat.
Yeah, she's back.
Her mother to stop acting.
Oh, wait, she has a daughter?
You
Yeah.
keep on disappearing on me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was
we
having
found
some
out that-
issues with my phone, so I
Randy-
restarted it.
We found out through Randy that she was in the chat, her daughter, and that her daughter was begging her to stop acting this way on YouTube.
Wait, does her daughter call her mom or dad?
I don't know.
Is she?
I don't know. But, I'm kind of concerned with that.
You can't know. You there's no possible way of knowing if nobody's showing themselves. There's no possible way of knowing.
Mhm.
And who cares? Like, none of us care. If
Quite literally, it could be a guy saying that they're a girl, saying that they want to be a guy, saying that they're a girl. I'm going to stop there because I don't know.
You don't
That's
know
right
if
in
there's right. You don't know if there's a pretend daughter, a fill-in. You don't know. You don't
That's
know.
right.
thing I
I know.
know about FOD
Well,
is
except for Randy, except for Randy said her daughter was in the chat.
Mhm.
And Randy knows them personally. So if you have an underage child that's begging you to stay off of YouTube and quit aggravating people, and you don't, I don't know. I'm concerned about that.
Do you know I could fake an account? I could bring kids over and say, I'm going to just cam up. I'm going to cam my kids up to prove I have kids. I could have neighborhood kids in my living room,
Right.
and I could pull the wool over every one of your asses.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact, except for Randy said that was her daughter, and she talks to her all the time.
so what? Okay, so she's 7.
Okay, I'm going to mention 2 names just so that we can end this little bit of the discussion as far as faking things. Blonde Bay, okay, and Blondie McBlonde. Who were they? Who knows?
Chick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they came into this community real fast and purported to be something that they weren't.
And look within a 30 to 40 day. Give 30 or 40 days, and look at the people that came in with full on drama.
Oh,
And
but
that's
look
all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
And
you're
look,
right.
look
You're
whose
right.
chat
You're
they
right.
migrated to.
We know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but are they? Hey, Tawanda, nice
Hey,
to see
Tawanda.
you this morning.
Good
But
morning, Tawanda.
they were friendly with Laura, but and then Laura did a love thing for her or him or whatever. I thought it was him at the time, I think.
Mm.
And
Cute
then
little romance.
yeah, he
You
had
just
this great. Hey, Ams.
mention the
How are you,
names. I'm
Ams?
not.
Morning,
Is Ems
Em.
down there? Hey, Ems. Hi, chat.
Hi,
Well,
everybody.
here's one thing. Laura said last night that I haven't spoke to Misery in 3 months. Well, you don't have to when you have Misery crony
Miss all you.
here.
Misery. My last straw with Misery was when he doxed Marianne on Laura's New Year's Eve live.
That
Yeah.
guy needs.
Completely doxed her.
Do you
And-
know
No,
in
I'm not doxing her. Everybody knows her name is Marianne. Okay, hello,
within the
Starla.
community, we have a female that is worse than Misery in my book.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yep, I know what he's talking
I think she is worse than Misery.
about. Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I'm trying to think.
The thing that got me the most.
You don't like her. It's-
The thing that
Okay,
got me most
okay.
about last night is I've been very supportive of Randy, even after we had this argument. You know, I've been very supportive, and when bad shit happened to her, I felt bad for her. I felt a lot of empathy for her. I never held that argument we had against her. And to find out that she's talking about me like this behind my fucking back is hurtful. You know, that's kind of hurtful. You know, now that I know the whole thing was all.
but she apologized, did she, Brian?
Yeah.
About
Did she?
27 times. Like,
Well, she kept
Well,
saying
she
sorry.
means it.
but
She
here's the
means it.
thing. Here's
Well,
the
she kept
thing,
saying
though.
sorry over and over and over again. I wonder if she would have done that if there were no text put out.
Right.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too, though. You're keeping
Randy's
somebody
got to go to home.
locked into this community and not letting them go to go find another space on the community. Just saying.
Yeah.
Don't keep them here. Ghost them, shut them off, block them, quit talking about them. You know, if you're the one that's tied into them that tight, you know, when you shut them off, where are they going to go? And then
You
if other
can't
people
win the
shut them off,
You can't when the biggest channel down here in this community is supporting them.
Mm-hmm.
that's
I
true.
don't know which big channel are you talking about, Laura's
It takes a village.
Yeah.
It really,
everybody to stop supporting those people or that kind of
Yeah.
person, anyways, because that's the thing. You get and misdemeanor said it. Connect your own dots.
Exactly.
No, you
I
have to
agree.
connect your
I
own
agree.
dots.
Well, one of the reasons Full On Drama comes at me so much is because I saw through her right away. You know, the only reason she called CPS on me is because I booted her out of my chat. Period. I cut off ties with her. I booted her off my chat, and then all this shit started happening in my real life, which is what we told Randy in the first place. Like, hey, if you don't do something, if you keep on engaging with her, she's gonna fuck with you hard. She keeps on believing that's a good person and blah blah blah. No, Randy, you're scared of her. That's the bottom line. She's scared of her. Randy wouldn't befriend somebody like that. You know, and then I have this Jay King guy. He happens to be a black guy, and he's not in this community, but he popped off with, well, I told Full On Drummer, well, you called me an Uncle Tom, and I captured it, and I sent it over to Randy. She goes, well, I just don't believe that. I don't believe Full On Drama would do that. I said, why would Jay King lie? He's not in this community. He has no motivation to do that. And then we find Full On Drama hanging over there with that Richard Royper, which we all know is a racist. She's back over there. He's got a wrench as of Sunday.
Look at the time frame. Look at the time
Wait,
frame.
who's the racist?
Look at the time frame.
Richard Royper. Oh,
Look at the
What did he do? He did a video on what? On
look at the time frame.
Yeah, you're right. But these people are cultural terrorists. Hi, Pookie. They're
No, I think they blackmail each other. I mean, it's
Well, no, they're just here.
I'm not really careful who I talk to privately anymore.
Yeah.
People, as soon as they get mad at you, they blast your shit all over YouTube. It's ridiculous.
Well, I put Full On Drama out of my chat. The way I met her was she came into my chat and we were talking about swatting. And she goes, well, my mother was murdered in a swatting incident. So I jumped onto that comment. I was like, well, maybe you want to tell your story so we can bring some more awareness to it. And she goes, it doesn't matter. I hated my mother. She deserved to die. So I booted her from my chat for that. 2 days later, she puts up this video about how CPS needs to be called on my house and encouraging people to call CPS. Even that that delusional dispeller was in there going, oh yeah, they need to call child services on him. You know, look, chick, you live with this convicted sex offender, so your opinion on that doesn't matter. But then they came 5 days later because I put her out of my chat. That's it. That's the only thing I did to her. Put her out of my chat. That's it. That's it. And people were backing that. They were like, oh yeah, he told her to go piss her pants. Oh yeah. Well, they were wrong. Anybody that stands up, you know, for full-on drama say, oh yeah, lots of people were concerned. Well, lots of people were wrong because the professionals came out and they checked out our house and they said there's nothing going on here. So those people were wrong. They were wrong. But now we have her daughter that Randy said, she's asked you to stop doing this over and over and over again, and you won't. Okay, so now we have, is there a problem in their house? I'm concerned. Is there a problem in their house?
Hey, Jenna.
Good morning,
Jenna.
everyone.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning. I'm only here for a minute, just because Misdemeanor. Good morning, Brian. Misdemeanor had brought up the Blondie McBlonde in the Blonde Bay, and I just wanted to give you guys a little piece of info on that.
Ding, ding,
There
ding.
was, if everybody remembers, when the Blondie McBlonde and the Blonde Bay thing came out, it was because of Laura, correct? She thought she were the scammers. She's the one that brought it to light.
Yeah.
Well, I have screenshots of where Laura was asking about a voice recorder to see if a voice recorder would work to disguise a voice or make the voice sound like somebody else. For example, like if I wanted a voice recorder and I wanted to sound like Brian, could that voice recorder do that?
Yes.
And everybody wondered why.
They cost a good bit of money, but yes.
Right.
You can
Yes.
do that.
We wondered why. And it was because Laura was sending one of her Patreons over to the other side to be Blonde Bay.
Yeah.
What the
Oh,
actual fuck?
My God.
It's really
Yes.
hard. It's hard to get a voice recorder to sound like someone else's voice, but it can be done. You have to have a recording of the other person's voice, but the hard part would be to do that during a live.
Well,
I
like,
think
the fact she wanted
Hi.
to is fucking really low. Just the
She
fact
was hoping that we could get this Patreon into the other side's Discords and stuff and pretend to be Blonde Bay so she could get info. Yes. And I have the screenshots. I don't have a community post, so I can't post it, but I can definitely.
Wow.
Well, if you email me, I can put it on mine.
Yeah, I'll email you the screenshot, and that way you can put it on because I wouldn't.
Or email it to Sue and she'll give it to me. And I will
Well,
put it.
Laura used to have her sub LECs call me and pretend like she was my friend and talk to us forever. And I would never give that woman any information, but I would talk to her. I'd be nice.
I remember that.
And then
I remember that.
LECs, she would sit on the phone with me for hours.
You know, all the dirty shit she's done, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. And she's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because nobody will ghost. I mean, she's got her minions in there that think everything that stop it. Well, who was
It's
that
because
one?
she inserts herself. When it does slow down, she inserts herself.
But
Right.
here's the main thing. I've heard too many people in the last couple of weeks, the really serious issues that we have in this community. It's not just her either, but they go, if they'll just stop. Okay, what you want to just stop right for this minute? Because guess what they're going to do next week? 4 times as much shit.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get them gone. You
Yeah.
don't need them to just stop what they're doing. If they can't come to some point in their communication with the community in general, that, you know what, I'm a real big scumbucket. And this is what I've done. I'm going to come clean. I'm going to tell you everything I've done. And that, from this day forward, I'm not doing it again. That would be one thing. But that's never been what's happened. Just stop talking about me. Stop talking about my friends. Just stop, Laura. Okay, that's not going to happen. You know, and if that's your if that's your temporary solution for an ongoing problem, then we got to rethink this.
Well, I don't know
just-
how
you-
she gets
You
away.
can't get everybody to go along with it.
No,
Well,
and we never will.
Laura hasn't really went out of the bounds of the law, so nobody can really call on her. But Full On Drama has. Full On Drama has committed criminal acts. But
Yes.
Laura hasn't really done that we can see. Yeah. You know, it may be harassment, but not really if you've engaged with her.
But Brian, here's
Laura,
my thing.
Do you
Connect
know
the
if she?
dots.
Okay, Brian.
She gets other people to do it for her.
If she actually had a legal business and going out in the working world, and she was the CEO and owner of that business, and she stuck a head in somebody's in a group of cubicles, and she saw a rape being planned out, whether it was a joke or not, and she participated in that, and if it broke out in the court of law, she would be just as guilty as the fuckers as everybody that did it.
Yeah, I follow that, but I look at it like this. See, this is where me and Laura kind of.
Well, wait, Brian. She's getting other people to do her dirty work, and she will throw whoever under the bus.
Under the bus.
Yeah, that's why she only got one or two of the same subs that she had a year ago. The ones that she's got aren't the brightest people in the world. The ones that stuck with her.
I didn't mean to call anyone.
You mean the ones that you actually see on the screen, not the ones that are sitting there
right
every day and every night watching every move that's made, talking to her in a private channel, and go get this one, go get that one, go after this one. I need information on that one. Yada yada yada.
She's got Patreons that pretended to leave
When
her.
I found out, I went to someone and said, "Find dirt on her." Like, go get dirt on. Do you have any dirt on her? Why? What for? What was that going to do for her?
And it would just make her grow. She'll migrate. She'll migrate more criminals in.
And then complaining because someone posts a tweet that she tweets, and she's so incensed about it.
Well, she has to play like she's mad.
Tell everybody to cam up. Everybody to cam up. I cam up every morning. I'm not doing right now because I look like freaking shit on a stick.
I can cam one. Just give me a shirt.
What does she do? What does she do? She makes fun of their look. She makes fun of their weight. She makes fun of everything. So, Laura, you're the reason people don't cam up.
She's a catfish. She
is a catfish. Look at her actual picture.
There's nothing wrong with the way that Laura looks, but she has no reason to be cracking on anybody else.
Speak for your own attraction.
She's not perfect. And anyways, most of us don't go by looks. We go by how people treat us.
It's what's inside.
Everybody every day about how they look.
I think the consensus was with me. They saw that my channel, once I started going live, my channel was growing really quick, and people were listening. And I could get 700 people in my live.
Jenna, can you retell that story, honey?
Yes,
okay. So I am looking at the screenshot right now. So I will read exactly what the screenshot says, and then I'll explain the story. Yeah. It says, by Laura, it says, by the way, blank, which is the Patreon, is good. She's just taking a YouTube break. She is Blonde Bay. Then it is a screenshot of, can I change my voice to sound like someone else? And that is the voice recorder. And somebody asked, does that help? And I've heard yes. And she said, blank, which is the Patreon, scams the other side in order to give it back to this side. So basically, she had this person, being Blonde Bay, to go to the other side to get info to relay back to Laura. Now, everybody, was this person always pretending to be Blonde Bay? And there really wasn't a Blonde Bay? I don't know, because it says right here that this Patreon is Blonde Bay. So I don't know. But from what I gathered from this screenshot is that Laura was sending one of her Patreons over to, I believe, to getting Kimmy P's with ADD's Discord to get dirt as Blonde Bay to bring it back to Laura.
They can't sound exactly like it. The software's not. Their software can't make it sound exactly like it, but they can stimulate their voice. If they got the same twang and they got a familiar sound, then yes, somebody could pass.
But here's my thing. You've got a lot of dots. There's a whole lot of dots because you've got Blonde Bay. That whole debacle happened. Didn't work, did it? No, it didn't. So you're trying to prove that Carla's a scammer. Didn't work. Okay. Then right down the road, a little bit ways down the road, about a month later, all of a sudden this Life with Jen person pops up.
Yeah.
What does she do? Help me, help me, help me. We're in these discords over here. They're all going to they're trying to get us. Da, 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 da. 5 days we knew this person. 5 freaking days.
Yeah.
Let me look and see if there's
And
a
she's
date
in
on
Laura's, she's on Laura's panel telling all kinds of shit that is so far from true, it is not even funny.
I
That
can
plan
always
didn't work either.
date.
You have,
But
to
I
be,
don't-
you have to be a really bad person to make friends with Tawanda and be friends with Tawanda and then have Tawanda turn on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
There's
she
a dot.
fucked Tawanda over. Now, me and Tawanda have never been friends, but we get along and now. But if you have made friends with Tawanda and then you fucked her over to the point where she needed to come out against you, then there's something wrong there. And then the thing with Tracy, where she wanted to use Tracy's cancer.
I don't think Tawanda would ever do anyone dirty, though.
Right, Kimmy?
If you pissed her off really bad, she would come back at you, but I don't think she would be involved in something, that was going to be terribly hurtful to you.
No, I think she'd walk away if she knew.
Look at the tremendous women that were surrounding Laura at one point. Tawanda. I consider myself and Carla there too, but we weren't there very long. But Pixie, Jen Moon,
the truth,
Galway Girl, The Truth. I mean, these fantastic, phenomenal that would have, in any way that they could make Laura a better person, a better crime person, even a better drama person. Okay, they were there for her. I mean, these women, I would kill to have these women on my side.
Yeah.
And she just discarded them like yesterday's garbage.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, she doesn't have friends.
Have the date. I'll make sure the screenshot has the date. The screenshot I have right now does not have the date, but I'll go back and make sure it has the date so you guys know the exact date that it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing of it is Laura doesn't have friends. She has resources, and she will use whatever you're going on in
Hey,
your
here's
life.
Tawanda.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, hey,
there.
Tawanda.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hey.
Simon.
I agree, Mac 11, 100%. Because even
Love you,
when
baby.
I've heard Tawanda
Love you,
at her
Simon.
maddest and her most frustrated, she will still say, "But you know what? I'm still going to pray for you.
Yeah.
I'm still here for you." I'm like, dear God, I can't do that. I'm not going to heaven. Tawanda's going to be out there by herself because seriously, I don't know.
She's a forgiving person. She forgave me.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She is
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you. Carla, what I wanted to tell you was, whenever they, when Blonde Bay went over to Marianne's and gave, or it wasn't Blonde Bay, but it was the other blonde, with
Yeah.
Blondie McBlonde,
Yes.
and they were putting you down and all that stuff.
That's
I
I walked out.
I donated to that, to that
The baby
fund for
shower?
Blonde Bay.
Yeah.
And I finally traced it. They gave me a phone number to get a hold of Blonde Bay, and I put that phone number in, and it came back to a hotel room in Canada.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a hotel in Canada.
You know
So-
how bad I felt about that whole thing? I
know
really
you were devastated.
I
You were
was.
devastated. You got played. We all got played. Anybody who has a heart got played in that whole.
I was speaking up
frickin'
that
thing,
night. Nobody was listening, so I left the chat. I left
Hey,
Marianne's
Mario.
chat. I was speaking up.
Yeah. It
Simon,
was.
I
will
was-
you do me a favor? Will you do me a favor, Simon? Next time this is going on, will you just reach through here, grab me by the throat, slap me a couple times?
I couldn't understand the community. Here somebody came in and she was getting involved with everyone that she possibly could, inserting herself, and very intelligent, inserting herself.
Very.
But then she was sending messages. I left you a message in this Discord. I left you a message in that Discord. Go check your messages. Whenever somebody's doing something like that, 9 out of 10 times, have a flag on them. Keep an eye on them.
Well, she
Watch
also
what they're
told me
fucking
that-
doing.
She told me to stay off panels, not talk about it, but yet she was going from panel to panel to panel to panel. And every time she went to a panel, she said, Carla's doing a fundraiser. The community is coming. I never did a fundraiser. The only thing I ever did where she was concerned was I said I did my super chats, and I said, everything I get from my super chats will go towards Blondie. That's not a fundraiser. That is just out of the goodness of my heart, because I really believed she was pregnant. I really believed she had lost a child, and that's what I was going to do for her. That wasn't what I considered a fundraiser, but she said, oh, people in the community are coming to me. They want you to explain why you're doing a fundraiser for someone that you don't believe is pregnant. Well, I did believe it.
Of course, we all believed that. We all believed it, Carla. We weren't, I mean, I think it's, these trolls like this, or these people who do this. I mean, just like Montana Sky. Think about that.
God, I got
they pick out vulnerable. They pick out people who know that will donate, that'll, and they just, I'm telling you, from now on, I've really had to, I want to believe in everybody, because I think a person like that, they have to be really sick upstairs. I mean, it's just like some of the stuff that comes out of people's mouths.
Look at how the community rallied. Look at how the community rallied around Laura when that happened with the CPS call. Everybody from every side went in there.
Where was they when Brian's happened?
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Yeah. No, nobody did.
That's my point.
And and actually, it was the same kind of thing. I mean,
Kimmy.
children were.
Laura even had people from the other side of the fence, per se,
Sorry.
go over and show support.
I did when she had the thing for Tawana with her brothers. I went over. She unblocked me specifically for that, and I came in. I supported Tawanda, and Laura even said something nice about me. But I don't think Tawana even got the money I sent, or other people sent. But I was still there for that, and I think it was sad that she jumped on Tawanda's pain to get money.
Brian, I didn't get. I still don't have a list of the people who did any super chats. Because
I sent PayPal and Super Chat. I believe I sent $60 at the point. I didn't know if
you don't know what cash app she was using or anything else when she does this shit.
Because let me tell you,
she already admitted she had 2 cash apps.
She does.
And when people leave PayPals, they can also leave a nice message for the person. And I did. I left a nice message for you, but it never got read out.
I didn't. The only thing that I got, she sent me 5 pages of people who had PayPal'd, but they were their real names. I don't think your name was on that, Brian. I'll have to recheck that.
Yeah, mine
which was really is really dumb, because Tracy PayPal'd and she didn't. Tracy's name isn't on there. That's pretty stupid. As close as Tracy and I are.
Right. And Leo's wife PayPal'd. Her name wasn't on that list. Vallow girl PayPal'd. Her name wasn't on that list. And now Brian's saying he PayPal'd, and you don't think his name was on that list. So there's
but that's a dead horse. I cannot beat anymore. You guys.
It is.
Well, we're sorry that happened to you, Tawanda, using your
and believe me, a lot of us gave for you when you lost your brother, because we went through the whole thing with you.
And that's why.
Yeah, Tawanda was one of the people that I felt like
I know there was so many people in this community that were buying.
What happened?
I'm sorry, Brian. What'd you say?
I'm just saying, Tawanda is one of the people that I had bickered with in the past, that I knew once I got to know her, it wasn't worth continuing that, because she's not a bad person.
No, she's
not. I'd always wanted to find a way to end that. And, then when Laura did that, okay, I said, I'm going to donate to her. I'm going to feel her pain. And then I'm ending the argument today, period. Right. Because she doesn't deserve it. Some people, I think it's worth it to either try to get along with them or try to make friends with them. Tawanda's one of those people. I don't see her as a bad person like everybody thinks I see her that way. Just because we had an argument years ago. I don't hold on to that. Of course, I didn't care.
There's no sense.
A lot of the ex-Patreons probably would have left without, you know, having this with, but she is the one that wanted to take everybody down that has ever left her. And it's sad because I think a lot of us would have left without anything, but she's just gone
Well,
out.
she said the other night on when Science Girl had her up, Science Girl was on her panel, and we were on Science Girls, but I was able to talk to Laura. And she said, I can't have you on my panel. I'm not having 100 subs leave because you're here. And I said, oh, your subs leave without me being there. You don't need me.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
there's
I'm not
bigger
sure
reasons than
everybody in
me.
her chat is a
Right.
sub, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Some people aren't on that crap.
Who is TVK and FVK? I'm old.
Hi, Joanne. Born to Sparkle.
Where did you see that?
From Chicky Swatter. I don't remember them.
Oh, is that me? I don't
Huh?
see. Okay. Where do you see that? I don't see
In your
it.
chat. It says Chicky Swatter and TVK, FVK, aka TVCKER. Is it
I have
Tucker?
no idea what that means. Chicky Swatter. Funny how TVK and FVK was from same area as the Blonde Bay. Oh, okay. Certain people, I guess. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about. Can you? Yeah. I think there was a lot of people from that community. Or I think John Levy was from that community. I think a few people were from that. Where did Tawanda go? She jumped off.
I can't stand that John Levy guy. Sorry.
Well, I don't
Right,
know
Bay
him
Beauty.
much, but I think
Exactly.
he's from that community. So
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying John Levy is the one that brought Blonde Bay in and all that. I don't know if it's true. I don't really know John Levy, but I guess they were from a different community, and a lot of people were saying
They were
he's the
together,
one
but
that brought them
he
in.
didn't know. Right, they were together from that community, but he didn't.
Killed
I don't
everyone
have a
else out.
problem with John. Brian does, but to each their own.
Right.
He did.
Okay,
He
good.
did admit they was all while she was still here, that they all came from the same community. But then, John stayed. John didn't have any part of what took place over there.
That's a good point, Eagle.
there you
Honestly.
go, Tawanda.
There's people in this community that are really hurting, specifically from COVID, where they have little or no income. They've got bills out the wazoo. They've got family in the hospital. And now would be an awesome time to be able to grab their PayPal and just broadcast it out there to get them some help where they desperately need it. But everybody's too freaking afraid to even drop their own PayPal for fear of being called a scammer or a horrible person.
Well, that's because there are scammers on here, like.
Right.
Well, the people that are calling them a scammer and a horrible person work for.
But I don't think these big creators believe in payback. I don't believe in paying it back. I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, whenever I got super chats, when I got my check on the 21st, I always counted out like $100 to give back. I always would do that. I would go to Gray Hughes and donate there. Let me see. There was a couple that I had picked out where I would donate to regularly, and very rarely did I give to people that I always hung in their chats. Very rarely.
When I give, I give. I know you got did you get a refund or something, Brian, from Laura one time?
Well, what I did was
Yes.
when me and Laura hadn't been talking for the longest, and then I saw her switch over and try to do a true crime video. So I popped in and I was like, "This is what we'd like to see. Keep doing this, blah blah blah." And I dropped her $60, right? And then immediately after that, Nene blocked me. So I sent Laura a message. I said, if your subs don't want me there, that's fine. But I was just trying to be supportive of you and blah, blah, blah. If your subs make the rules and I can't be there, then maybe you should do the right thing and not take my money. And Laura sent it back to me. I didn't demand it. I told her, I said, you can keep the money. I said, it doesn't matter. I just wanted you to know what your subs are doing because that's not cool. That's costing her money because, of course, I'm not going to go back in there and drop any more. And she did the right thing and sent it back to me. She sure did. I told her she should do the right thing, but I told her I also didn't care. But you don't drop $60 in somebody's chat and have one of their idiot mods block you afterwards. If you're here to make money, She should have got rid of that mod.
I'll tell you what broke my freaking heart. The worst ever was when Tawanda went back and all she did was ask for the names of the people who donated so she could thank them.
Yep.
And there was such a response back on that. Like, you don't, that's just too much trouble for me. I was like, oh my God, this woman just wants to say thank you. Are you freaking kidding me?
She sent me the names, but she sent me their real names. I don't know their email addresses.
Oh my God.
She sent real names. I can't go on there and put people's, I would never do that. I would never do that. I mean, I am not that kind of hateful person. I have screenshots that I could sink Laura for days, but that's not me.
No.
I don't do that.
No, because you have class.
She never did that to me, even when we were bickering, and we had private messages between me and Tawanda on Facebook that she could have used against me. She never did.
No, I don't go there, because if people want to go into people's real lives, and I mean, and trust me, they've went into my real life. They have went into my real life, and it hasn't been fun. And looking back at it now with my eyes a little open wider, I'm thinking that I was used as a pawn. And I think maybe this shit was coming right from my own camp, and I didn't even know it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That hurts.
And tremendously. Really you wanted to do the right thing by the people that were kind enough to give you, money for that, and she turned it into something that was like, she did a Laura. We're calling it Laurisms now.
And Kimmy P and Marianne donated to my PayPal that night. And she did that fundraiser.
Oh, I know. And she was mad. She was pissed when Marianne came into her chat and wanted your PayPal. She was very pissed. Hi, Rolling.
Well, she told everybody that I didn't have a working PayPal. Well, how does she think all the money that I sent her got there?
Exactly. And look how many years you gave to her.
And Tawana, we know you were giving her a lot. And I kind of think that
I thought to myself at times, Wanda, you're giving your whole paycheck. This past 2 Christmases ago, I think Wanda gave her whole paycheck for every pay.
Well, Tawanda had special feelings for her children.
Yes, she did.
I know, and
still does.
She wasn't getting child support, and I've been a single mom. I've been a single mom making ends meet, and so I wanted to help her. I didn't want her to be where I was, having to pick at whether or not, if my kids had shoes. I mean, I had the rattiest clothes ever, but my kids were best dressed. You know? Yeah. But I didn't, I wanted her to be able to feed her family, and I believed in her. And but she's a whole different person now than I.
We all believed in her.
When I met Laura on Facebook, and I watched her. She was just a person on Facebook, and I started watching her make little videos about home. And I watched her build it up to what she is. But Laura is definitely not the same person that I met. She's not. I would not associate with somebody that was continuously doing shit like that.
No, she calculated to build her. She calculated to build her an empire down here in the bottom of YouTube.
Yeah. It's one thing to have a side hustle, but when your side hustle is a hustle,
but we weren't people. We weren't people. I don't know if she really knows what a friendship is, because we weren't real people to her. We were dollars and cents, or that's how I felt.
Well,
she's a very bright woman. I mean, she calculated this. She knew it would take hate. She knew it would take controversy. She knew it would take everything to pick up more and more and more. More importantly, she knew that there were more people out there that are willing to they're drama junkies, and they're willing to sit there and go one side to the other, one side to the other. They love it. It's what they do.
She's not that bright, though.
And she knew that there are more of them out there than there are of people who go, yeah, you know what? I don't want to hear any more of that, because it's kind of got me down, and I'm going to go watch somebody train a dog, because that would be more fun. Or bake a cake, or color, whatever, I was watching them decorate those really good Yeti cups. I fell in that rabbit hole.
I just want to say that I would never have guessed in a million years that she would turn on you, Tawanda, on Jenna. I mean, the
On
way
the truth. On the truth either.
true. I
Oh, I
mean,
know.
I was floored. I really, seriously, I just never thought it would happen.
Well, Tracy and I behind the scenes it was I'm saying a good 5 months. Tracy said, Tawanda, I can't do this. And I would say to her, oh, give her a chance. She's just had a bad day.
Mhm.
Everybody makes excuses for her.
Yes.
Everybody makes excuses. And right now I kind of feel bad that I'm talking about it, but I really don't feel bad because every time she has a panel with Makeup Mobster and Tiffany, my name gets brought up. You know what? I haven't been near her. I have not been near her. Not at all. Please don't mention me. I'm dead to you now. I'm whatever. And I don't go, I'm speaking the truth and walking away from it. But I'm encouraging everybody, if they feel like they're in that, I know how I felt. I know how I felt like, oh God, if I leave, then I'm going to, what's going to happen with her kids? I know how I felt. And so
Thank you,
I know how
Jenna.
Jenna felt. I know how Galway felt.
Yep.
I know how Leo's mom felt. I know how Tracy felt, and Pixie and Mommy of Three and Amanda. I mean, I can go on and on and on. People
Really
have
good
Patreon.
people.
What really bothers me is how she calls everybody liars. Everybody is a liar. Everybody but her. And she's been caught in so many lies.
That's where she's not real bright, because if you're going to do that drama and be calculated, you can't get caught in a lie. All you got to do is listen to one of Laura's lies and you'll catch her in a lie. Every one.
She actually said it was like last week or week before, somewhere like that. She was on a rant with Diane and Wendy, of course, and she went on and on and on. She was talking about lying and lying. She goes, they can't catch me or they can't prove my lies. I'm like, oh, Freud, how are you? Let that slip, didn't you?
Well, it's because a lot of people will not, I'm not going to put any personal stuff out. I won't do that. That's,
there's already enough to be said. Listen, have your little channel over here, do your little thing, but we're kind of done. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. Have a nice day. But people won't do that.
I accidentally butt dialed the truth yesterday, and I didn't recognize the number. And I said, "Who's
Wait,
this?"
Did you just say you booty called Truth?
I butt her. She goes, "It's me, Brian, you goof ass." And I said, "I'm sorry, Chris. I'm not trying to bother you." She goes, "You're not bothering me." And I said, "Well, where have you been?" She goes, "I'm just laying low, Brian, watching this shit go down." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I butt dialed you." She's not.
She actually said nobody's going to prove what. How did she say it?
They can't prove my lies. They can't prove my lies.
They can't prove my lies. In other words, they can't prove all the lies I've told.
Just the fact, like Ash said, just the fact that you said you don't ever lie is a lie. So there you go.
Every lie.
Just saying.
Anybody who says they don't lie, everybody lies. Everybody lies. And whether it's
a little lie or a big lie.
Well, and whether it's to protect somebody or not let anybody get their feelings hurt, or, because usually that's why I'm not going to tell the truth about something. Oh, no, she didn't say that, when I actually know that she,
Yeah. And sometimes we'll stick up for our friends.
Exactly, Ash. Okay, so listen, one time she said she got caught lying when she was a kid, and she said, I learned to never get caught lying again. Not that she learned not to lie ever again, but not to get caught.
Lying.
But she gets caught. She gets caught all the time.
She does.
Remember the story that she told about? Remember the story she told about her father catching her with the nose ring? And he told her, if you take that out, I'll give you $1,000 right now. She said, so she took it out and
put it back in.
$1,000, but she's wearing a nose ring to this day. Respect for daddy.
Yeah.
The deal
Lesson learned.
One again.
Jason Love, where have you been?
Oh no, he said hi bye.
Hi bye.
Hi bye.
Really?
Who?
Good morning, goodbye.
Jason Love.
Jason. We love Jason.
Well,
got
I don't
a hell of
want
a sense of humor.
Carla. I
Hey,
don't want you to
Jason.
get backlash on this, honey. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that
Oh,
I even
listen,
brought it
hey,
Well,
up.
it's going to
Wanda,
happen. It's
Wanda,
going to happen.
listen. I've been getting backlash for 5 months. I
I
can
know you
take it.
haven't.
No,
I can take
she was getting backlash since her first week in Laura's Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laura,
When she
yeah,
was-
Laura, when I got accused the first time of being, I admit that I did let someone listen to a phone call twice.
But that's not a
But the
mole.
first time she accused me in a chat. And I wasn't. I really wasn't. I was really upset.
She did one of those, Carla, I'm going to need to speak to you after class.
Well, something
Okay.
was supposed to have been said on. I can't see the side chat right now.
That's
But
okay.
somebody on one of those panels last night said that she had somebody on her panel that actually talked about hiring a hitman, and I couldn't
Yes.
I couldn't catch whose name it was or
Gravy
It was
cake.
Gravy Cake talking
what the
about
fuck is going through somebody's head to say something like that.
I don't know.
I know that's you know what that's what I'm saying, Simon. How do these people even think of that to say? I mean,
I
like
wonder,
somebody
Richard.
saying,
I don't know. It takes a special type of fucking criminal.
I used to
I
be.
mean,
I used to be
when I
offended
get
by.
mad at somebody, I'll call them an F and B or something like that. But I won't say that I'm gonna take my dick and put it so far up their derriere it's gonna come out their throat.
Well, she's
Or-
also said
Or
that
how did you taste when you came out of your mama's twat? Stuff like that. Who thinks of this shit?
The
She's
same
also
people that
said,
sit
like-
around in a private chat and talk about constructing a Craigslist rape scenario. The same freaking
Exactly.
people.
Nothing's ever going to change.
She's
Well,
also said that she's going to blow someone's brains out if they step foot in her yard. Like, I don't want to see me, like she says, like outlandish.
Yeah,
No,
like, she doesn't
there's
even know how
laws.
to
She
shoot
has
a
to feel
gun.
threatened. No, Georgia law. I know somebody that lives right in her fucking town. Georgia law states, yes, they can, but they have to feel threatened or they actually have to be being attacked. It's not, a kid just can't cross your property and you blow them away. Fuck no.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
morning,
I mean,
Richard.
She's got to feel threatened that she is being attacked to do something like that to get away with it. And then she's going to have one hell of an attorney.
Ash.
oh,
Hashtag
a
save
few
Starlight's
people have paid
butthole.
for attorneys for her. She says she has an attorney. She says she has.
I believe she's got an attorney.
why
All the money that
don't.
she's collected.
Have an attorney.
How many times has she collected for an attorney? 3 different times in the past year and a half.
That's
Oh,
not-
she has a Patreon attorney. She has a Patreon attorney that pretends to be an attorney for her, but she does not have an attorney.
Do they share the same degree? I mean, almost law degree?
No,
or
they don't
anything?
even have a law degree. They're just
Neither does
pretending
she.
to be her lawyer.
Oh my God.
She's got a paralegal.
That's what I would say. For
paralegal
Patreon,
problems.
I think it's just a paralegal.
Y'all stop. Oh my God.
If she had a Patreon attorney, he'd be telling her to settle her shit down.
Maybe they identify as an attorney.
Who was the Satan worshiper, Ash? What the hell are you talking about?
Who's the Satan worshiper?
I don't know. Oh, wait, no.
When she was a teenager.
Carla, shame on you. That's where your ghosts are coming from.
What did I do?
Her attorney's name is
What did
Volkswagen. Volkswagen Farfignugan.
Oh my God.
Off and Nugan.
Well, and then she goes on her live, and I think I heard her say this. Well, doesn't Diane always say that it's her money, she can do with what she wants? That to me told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah.
So in other words,
But when you
really did.
specifically put it down, this is
Hey,
for
this
an
is for an
attorney.
attorney. Yeah.
This is for an attorney.
Yeah, well,
That's
if I
a
just
whole
had the
different
money, I would
ballgame.
hire an attorney. It always starts out there, you know. If I just had the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause she didn't want to pay the $200 for them to speak to her. So she said, I can do it myself and save the money. So
Well-
everybody that donated to her, she kept it.
But
She kept
okay,
it. She wasn't
I don't
having-
think everyone was using their thinker. Whenever everyone started donating for this last attorney, okay, if a crime was actually committed, the district attorney would already be taking that case up.
Yes, isn't it?
Why would you have to pay for a personal attorney if the district attorney was not going to pick that case up?
Right.
No.
I guess
You
her goal
wouldn't.
is getting attorneys to try and figure out who called CPS on her. And even if they found out who called CPS on her, if that person says that they were legitimately concerned, then that's the end of it. There's no crime. There's no crime. Trust me.
Exactly, Ems. And good morning.
Most attorneys do free consultations. Exactly.
They do.
And don't
call them
get me
up and
wrong,
say,
someone
this is what I
donates-
got.
I don't, you know what, if someone donates to someone, I have no problem. Like, I donate to people all the time. I don't know where my money goes, if it goes where it's supposed to go. But, you know, once I donate, that's it.
Yep.
Me too.
I'm not taking it back.
But here's the thing, you know, even in medicine, especially medicine, they have what's called informed consent. It means the doctor comes in, he explains the surgery, the benefits, and the risks so that you can make your own decision. And there's not a whole lot of that going on the YouTube streets these days. It's just, I need an attorney. Somebody called CPS. Okay. How's that going to work exactly? But but there's nobody coming back and saying, okay, this is why it's not going to work, and just stop taking people's money, and you people stop giving it to her.
Yeah, you can't go to jail for being legitimately concerned.
Right.
You can't go to jail for that. There's no crime in that. Anybody can call CPS on anybody, and if they come back to them and say, "Well, I was concerned," that's the end of it.
Yeah, I was kind of appalled that she was taking that money as a reward for somebody turning in the person who turned. And then what? And then what? What are you going to do? Hire your hitman?
You know what? Wait a second. I want to talk about that reward.
Okay, talk to me.
I was waiting for you, Tawanda. I was waiting for you.
Okay, that reward. Okay, that reward. It started on Jay for Justices. I was in her chat, and I told Jay, I said, I will put up a $500 reward.
I remember
for the person to get caught and, you know, get in trouble, you know, to get
caught
caught.
and convicted.
Yes. Okay. Somebody else in the chat, I'm not going to mention names because I don't know if they want their names mentioned, said, I'll match you. We were up to 1,000. Then another person said, I'll match that. It got up to $2,000.
$2,000.
And then she says on her live, I'll do with that 2,000 whatever I want to do with. And I behind the scenes said to her, bullshit, because you don't have the money and I'm not giving it to you.
Holy cow.
She never got that money.
I hope not.
She
never got that money.
Never had that money in her hand, in her possession.
Well, that's the most beautiful thing I heard, Tawanda.
But here's the thing. In the country that we live in, people do call CPS. Sometimes they call CPS because they're legitimately concerned. Sometimes. Not saying I did it. I never have called CPS on anybody in my entire life. I'm just saying. There are people out there that hear things and see things, and they get concerned and they call. There's a special laws around reporting of child abuse and elderly abuse as well that protect that person who calls in, because it goes to them that they are concerned and that's why they're doing it. Not that they're a YouTube freak and just calling because they're a dickhead. Okay. That's not the norm. The norm is you call because you're concerned. So they're protected, that there's no retaliation. So when you get on your own channel and you start broadcasting, we've collected this much money so far because we want information about who did this. Okay, well, what if that person legitimately was just concerned? What were you going to do with that money? Hire a hitman? What were you going to do?
Yeah.
For real. Yep. I mean, on not your part, Tawanda.
Well, Ash says, well, even still, it's a misdemeanor at best. They are not going to, and they can't go after someone out of state for a misdemeanor.
Do you know how many fake calls are called and time wasted and resources?
Yeah,
resources got my name in
because
her
of people. I mean, I'm not just talking YouTube. I'm talking people in general that are dirty, that have a vendetta against somebody.
Yeah.
Right. And, you know, we had just went through, you know, Makeup Mobster being swatted, Marianne being swatted, you know, the CPS call on Laura, all the stuff Mandy Bell had been through. And, you know, that shouldn't be taken lightly either, because Mandy Bell did go through a lot of stuff. And, you know, if people would have listened back then, you know, and we could have stopped it right from the get-go, but it kept going and going. And just like right now, you know, I know a lot of you guys are friends of Marissa, but it's wrong bringing Oni back in this community.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
If anybody even thinks about allowing him back in this community, even on
I agree full-heartedly.
I will
Yeah,
totally
I agree too.
unsubscribe and never speak to you again.
Twanda, without bringing up a shitty issue, nobody's ever dealt with Real World Podcast.
No, they
No.
haven't.
Well,
If he
that's
can
why.
be here, why can't Oni?
Well, that's why I unsubscribed and I ghosted. I don't even go
Good.
anywhere near there.
And that's what you have to do. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do agree that Oni has no place here, and I don't think that it's good for Marissa to even be speaking to him. But she's grown. Oni has no right to be here at all. None.
No.
Neither does Real World Podcast.
No.
I tend to agree.
See, I don't know about him. I don't watch him.
Here's my problem with that whole scenario is the fact that he was brought up as kind of a retribution or at best a protection against certain people, predominantly Brian. When you swing the pendulum that far to the other direction, you think Brian's bad, so you run out and you grab the one guy who can't stand him either, pull him over. He's big, bad, shock jock, Laura kind of person, and starts laying out all this. It gets two guys, mind you, to come on a phone call and agree that if he calls him and wants them to go after Brian, they'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Brian has a wife and two small children. Like they're
he scared the hell out of my wife. I'm telling you that.
Some of the stuff that was being said throughout that.
I want you dead. I wish you would commit suicide and kill yourself. I wish your epileptic wife would have a seizure and die. Let's call his job. Let's call his apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that participated in that haven't been called out. None of them.
And my thing is at this point, okay, so we've learned a lesson here.
Mm-hmm.
Two wrongs don't freaking make a right.
I mean,
so if you've got a problem with somebody, deal with that person. Yeah, but don't go recruit people to come in and do incredibly crazy shit.
Like what I said, I did learn one thing from Real World Podcast that I appreciate. He showed me what a white trash bitch is. He showed me that.
Oh, there's plenty of them.
Yep. They all flocked right over there because he didn't like Brian. Most of them moved away. Most of them moved away from it. But some of them still, Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll put a gun in your head, Brian. I want you dead. Die, die, die. Death to Brian.
Oh, I remember that part. That was so wrong. So wrong. I would.
It's been recorded, so if anything
would never come out of my mouth.
If anything ever happens to me in the next few years, anybody that encouraged that could possibly be in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, I do agree to say, move on past him and leave him over where he is and not call us. Don't say Beetlejuice 3 times, please. But the fact is we have to start looking as a community as, okay, somebody does something wrong over here. Well, let's give a bigger, badder response over here. That's not the solution. Call them out on it. They can either apologize, which some people cannot say the word sorry without burning their lips. It is what it is. If they don't, then you just ghost them. You walk away. You don't have anything to do with them. Mm-hmm. Don't respond to their little private messages or whatever. Don't respond. Just don't. Don't watch them. Don't nothing.
There's somebody else that squirmed that never left and fixed up multiple channels, bounced around, bided her time, still spreading lies. But she wasn't doing the fundraising stuff. The poor pity me, I'm sick, this and that and the other. Mm-hmm. And I'm not popular right now for saying this, but a leopard don't change their spots.
Nope.
Never.
No.
Never.
I've listened to lies being told about her husband. If those lies was true, then that husband would not have custody of their child.
Right.
That's right.
So this girl, people's accepting back in. She has not changed. I got the recording of where she made these accusations against her husband. Just back in this past fall, she was going bananas on a stream, and she made up the most vicious lie that you can make up about a man.
Yeah, call him pedophile.
And
she did.
No, she didn't call him pedophile. She talked about how she was raped and sodomized and this and that and the other, and violently.
I don't listen to her, Simon.
Violently beat by him and this and that and the other.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't even know who you're talking
That's
Mm.
oversharing. Guess what
Oh.
happened to me?
Are
I'm
you
just saying.
talking about the letter that starts with A?
Yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
I know that starts with what?
When you started talking, I thought that's who you were talking about.
Okay.
She's
I
another
am.
one that's going to be allowed back in the community. I'm sorry. She just is another one. They don't change their spot. You know, you can't, I don't know.
How do you
She's
fight against a lie that I'm going to ask Brian this? How do you fight back against
You
a
don't.
lie
You
that's
can't.
been told? I
Yeah.
mean, you can't
can't.
prove a lie. You can't. Because
Yeah.
I've tried. Trust me, I've tried. There's been lies told about me and I can't prove them. You know, you just have to trust that people will, like Misdemeanor says, will do their research and decide for themselves. There's nothing you can do.
But Carla, you know what I've learned through this YouTube experience that I have found? Everything that I've said, oh my God, that is so wrong. That's so wrong. And I've said it to myself and I get angry about it. It all comes to fruition. It all comes out.
Yeah, everything that's dark comes to light eventually. You just have to sit back and wait for it. And that's what I see, anyways. I've seen it over and over and over again. And the more you talk about it, the less, the more you talk about it, the worse it is for you, if it's about you. I know
Yeah.
Brian gets like triggered a lot.
I hate it when people lie.
I know, but Brian does so much better when he sits back and he watches and waits.
Oh, yeah. He
And
does.
then he can go, there you go. I told you so.
Told you. I told you.
Well,
And right now, Brian, you don't have to make a video. You don't have to do anything. People look at you and go, oh my God.
Yeah,
Brian told us about FOD in the beginning. We
did.
don't just think. Don't you think that all of us who has seen that play out yesterday know exactly what you put on every video? You don't even have to put a video out.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You don't. People know it. You're better. I mean, Brian, you do so much better off. You're better off when you do true crime and you stick to that. When you
We have been telling him that.
Yeah.
I know there's nobody that can cover a case like Brian can, and I'm sorry to, I mean, it's going to piss people off because I have fought with Brian forever, but Brian knows his shit when he goes in to do a case. He does.
Yeah.
And he can argue and argue and argue about it. Mm-hmm. And he knows his shit and he has all his ducks in a row. Mm-hmm. That's what you need to focus on, Brian, because you're so much better at that. And then,
I agree.
Well, but the thing of it is, Tawana, is I've met so many people on here that I'm friendly with that it's hard to not get involved in the bullshit. And I'm also good at, I've always been correct when I said something that's going on in drama. I've always been correct. And so these people that I'm being correct about, they can't have that. So he's a racist. He's a woman abuser. Let's kill that message. That's what it's been.
And I'll tell you what, Brian, as much as we had problems, Brian has stuck up for me numerous times on here. Mm-hmm. And I have appreciated that. And people are saying, well, why were you against?
Brian hated my guts and has stuck up for me before.
I didn't really hate you.
Yeah.
And, I mean, but
with Tracy, he's, had his battles with Tracy and he's even stuck up for her,
like brothers and sisters,
we all have had our bad behavior. We all have had our bad behavior. Right. And it's time to just throw that, put it in a little box, burn it up, start all over again. And be a good community.
Hey, Tawana, I put something in a little box.
Be a shitty community. We can pick it.
Well, yeah, but I got kind of dragged for that the other day because someone said
you were acting a little weird, Brian. You
Monster actually said, what's up with Carla? Why has she changed her mind about Brian? Brian and I have talked behind the scenes, and so we kind of mended our fences, and it's called being an adult. Like, I'm not one to hold a grudge against anyone. Ask Tawanda. I reached out to Tawanda, and even though I knew she was mad at me, she talked to me, and I really appreciate her talking to me and spending the time. I think we talked for an hour, 2 hours or something, and I really appreciated that. And it's called being an adult. I'm not going to hate people.
You were being railroaded. You were being railroaded. And I could hear the pain in your voice, and anybody that doesn't have a heart and won't sit and listen to that and try to help that person, those are the kind of people I don't want in my life.
Exactly.
That don't have compassion.
Exactly.
Yeah, Carla was getting popular, so that's why they try to kill that right away. She was becoming popular, and they recognized that. That's all that is.
Oh my God. I couldn't do anything.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pissed off at Carla.
I know you were.
I was mad. Well, I knew certain friendships she got into were gonna get her hurt. I knew that. Because Carla has a kind heart, and she listens to people, and she believes in people. And she doesn't doubt them. YouTube and Facebook this last 3-4 years have got me really smart to that, because I was Carla 4 years ago. I believed everybody. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody try to hurt anybody?
Go away, full on drama, please. You're not coming in here to start trouble. Oh Lord.
Like a cockroach, that one.
I know. No, it's like a bad rash.
Right.
It always comes back.
The only catfish in here is me. So just that spot's been filled. Thank you, though.
Yeah. But here's the thing, too, Tawanda. I mean, how many times have you heard Laura say, "Cam up, I'll respect you if you cam up"?
Yeah.
What does she do? She just, she puts you down for your weight, for your age, for your looks, for whatever she can find. And you are the reason that people don't cam up, Laura, because you go low, and you always do. And I'm not saying, I think Laura can be pretty when she wants to be, and I'm not going to say she's not, because she's not ugly.
No, she's not.
Her outside is a pretty girl. It's the inside, and that's what I look at in people.
Ding, ding,
yeah,
ding.
exactly. And the way she talks to people, like, that's what makes her ugly.
Next time she tells somebody to cam up, they should say, "I'll cam up if you take off your wig."
We were going to ask to see Brian.
Filter. You can't use a filter if you cam up.
We were going to start requirement of showing your episiotomy scar before you came up.
Oh,
where's yours, buddy? Where's yours?
Damn, that hurt my feelings.
Sexist bitches, right? And if you haven't read my comment on Brian's thing, I am a catfish. Yep. Because catfish is considered a Southern delicacy. Ooh. They're probably the most sought after fish in the South to eat. Laura, on the other hand, who gave me that nickname, is a carp. And if you don't know what a carp is, it is the nastiest fucking fish on the planet. And if you put that on the southern table, it is a bottom feeder, and you only put that on the southern table if you mean to insult your guest, okay?
Okay, I'm up, I look like shit.
Nobody will eat carp. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
I do.
And there's so many bones throughout carp as well. It's just...
Full on drama sent Randy petunias. And petunias are a sign of anger and
anger
and resentment against the person you give them to.
Right.
They really are, especially after a heated argument. Is what it says.
One damn petunia, just in one damn petunia.
Yeah, a carp.
Well, here's the thing that I don't regret about being a Patreon. I met the most amazing women in that Patreon that hopefully will be my friends for a long time to come.
Absolutely.
And that is what I missed when I left. I missed that Discord. I missed talk because I wasn't involved in the secret chats, okay?
I wasn't either.
I was in the most boring chat, according to Pixie, ever on YouTube.
Yeah, you got in trouble for that too.
And I got in trouble.
But here's the thing. There was such nice ladies in there, and I did miss them. I really did when I left.
There's some really good people that still, that are Laura's subs. I don't see them on the, whenever she starts, spouting off, but I see them on her true crime. And I feel like when she does true crime, and I want to say hello to them so bad. I miss them so bad. but I can't say anything.
I'm with you, Tawanda. There's so many times I see them and I just want to say hi. How are you?
I know, like
Because I enjoy talking to them every day.
If they would be into, if they went into your chats or talked to you, because that's whether Laura wants to admit it or not,
because they would get
oh, they'll get in so much trouble. They'll get in trouble.
Yeah,
they'll get
they will.
Even Misdemeanor wouldn't talk to me in public. She would message me privately because
I didn't want her to come after her.
With my friendship with Randy and I had been friends for months and months. Laura had no idea. I couldn't let her know because I went on, or a couple of times I was in Diane's chat. I got reamed.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Life Rewinded. I love Life Rewinded. Girl, you make me laugh. Yes. Speaking my soul.
Well, here's the thing. And she denies it, but we knew better. Like, look at my chat. I had a little chat. I had people like Ash274 come in, and boy, did I get in trouble when I gave her a wrench. I gave Marianne a wrench. I gave 180 a wrench, and she was pissed. You remember? And she says I'm lying, but I went into Discord and I was told, why should we support your channel?
Yep.
If you are putting people in your chat that are actively trying to take me down, Laura.
That's exactly what she said to you.
That's exactly what she said.
Word for word. That's exactly what she said to you.
Why would you pay me whenever you allow those people in? And I'm thinking at the time, because when I've always liked Ash274, she has a greatest sense of humor, but
she really does.
She's hilarious.
And I know it just fries her grits right now that me and Ash talk.
Yep.
I know that it just kills her that
Ash has been a wrench on my channel from the get-go. 180 is a wrench. They are the best wrench. Mary Ann. It was Trollorama. I don't know. Someone put my link somewhere and there was just trolls coming in. I'm swear to God.
I have my own opinion about trolls. I really do. And now that I have, not about some of the trolls. There are some funny trolls out there, though. You got to admit. But
there are.
I have when they come out during the most serious times and some of the names.
Yeah.
I really think a lot of times they come from your own camp.
Yeah.
And somebody's been put up to do that. And after the things
it starts controversy. It starts drama.
Yeah. It makes content. Don't you know?
What is funny?
It sure does.
I mean, we're whacking them as fast as they were coming in. I got 5,000 views on that video because there were so many freaking honestly, if I hadn't had the amount of wrenches I had, I wouldn't have been. I would have had to shut down because I couldn't keep up. They were just knocking them out. Marianne,
I remember quite a few days. Quite a few days.
Yeah, there's been a few days that I've had troll around. I don't know if people think it's funny just to put your name somewhere.
I know, but you need to think back, or just what happened the day before or that day that caused that. And look at who and why and what.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out, because I have figured it out in Tracy's stuff. And even when I make one of my little videos, the people that'll come in there and say disgusting stuff that I'm thinking, really really
Speaking of Tracy, did she ever get an answer back about her monetization?
I don't think she could.
No,
I don't think she could have. I think she has to wait. She had to wait till the
appeal.
I missed 180. You missed FOD.
I will say this for any doubters out there anywhere.
I want to say
about it.
If there's ever major crap going on in this channel, there are 3 people that I know without a shadow of a doubt will show up and start swinging some baseball bats. And I love those 3 people. Oh my God. Ash274, 180, and Hello Starlight. Because they love this girl like I love her. And they're not going to see her get hurt anymore. And I love that about them. They're just awesome.
They show up when the trolls show up. I appreciate having them as my wrenches because they are good at what they do. 'Cause I am like, don't make me a freaking wrench in your chat because I'm the worst. I miss things all the time. I do. I only think.
You know, another excellent wrench, and I trust him with my life, but that's Sean the Brit, and he knows his stuff.
I think he's
I
the
don't know him
wrench
very
here.
well.
I made him a wrench here.
What
Yeah.
happened? Wait. What happened to Alex? Alexis, I'm sorry. What? Oh,
Thank you
oh,
guys.
honey, I'm so
Earlier, telling
sorry.
her how my hubby was on his way. I just heard my heart breaks for him. I
Cool.
appreciate all. What happened?
Her hubby's grandma just passed away. He was flying in the air to go see her.
Oh, my prayers, Alexis.
Oh,
My condolences.
So sorry.
Condolences.
that's another good wrench right there too.
Alexis is awesome.
Girl, life rewinded.
A
If
good
Laura hates
person.
your soul, you're in good company. I will just tell you.
I'm glad she
That's a
had her,
good place to be.
her dog
Yep,
and
this
her.
is a great place to be.
So sorry, honey.
Life Rewinded needs to get in line. There's a lot of
Tawanda.
us out there. Yes, honey.
I want you to explain something to the truth. Is it possible, because it was after the Wheel of Fortune game, that she bought the Wheel of Fortune game and she was playing the Wheel of Fortune game?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's like, okay, if I buy a CD, that don't give me the right to play that CD on a monetized
True.
channel.
But what they told her was that she was taking using somebody's content, which truth is never used anybody's content. In that the beginning of her.
Okay, I misunderstood. Then I thought it was because of the game. And
No,
she
they
couldn't
tried to
understand.
say that she had copied an intro for her channel on her streams,
Yep.
which
And
is,
she's
hey,
never-
can y'all hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes,
Put one
I
in the
can.
chat.
Yeah.
It was stealing, having
Her
something
intro.
like similar content and stealing an intro, which
Yeah.
truth
Okay, I
doesn't.
misunderstood that.
Well,
I
the truth is
misunderstood.
playing those
I'm-
games, and the same
sorry.
thing happened with Hello Starlight and Eritrea when they did them games. They have been demonetized.
Yeah.
I think it was because somebody was mass reporting her channel too, though.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's awfully funny that she got her membership button and within a couple days, boom.
Yeah.
You know.
Somebody was drawing attention to her
If
channel.
anybody has her PayPal and Mars PayPal, can you post it in here? I think
Yes.
she might have it. Yeah, to help her out. I mean,
I
I
have been meaning to keep posting that.
Yeah, I don't have her PayPal link, but if anybody has hers and Mars, because I know Mars is going through a tough time too. Yeah, can you post that for here?
Mara is the sweetest girl ever.
She is.
Yes, she
Mars
is.
a doll, baby.
I'll tell you what Laura honed in on when she
Mars always been a doll,
became
baby.
friends with the truth. The truth has no problem telling people she just wants to be accepted.
Right.
She doesn't want to be lonely. Right? She said this out of her own mouth. This is not something that I'm just picking at her about. Laura honed in on that shit.
She exploited it.
She sure did.
Same thing with a lot of really good people there that just want to be helpful.
Yeah.
They want to care about other human beings. They want to spend time with people and make friendships. And she exploited every bit of that kindness, which is just
she honed right in on Tawanda's generosity.
Mm-hmm.
And we all,
Tracy might come across as gruff, and
oh, she is gruff. She's
well,
not gonna be
no,
gruff,
but
she is
she
gruff.
has a big heart. Come on.
That's because she's had to
Her
cook with
and
Ryan for
I
10 years.
Her and I have had our issues, and she has never blocked me, and I've never blocked her. For some reason, I've always had my heart always has been big for her. I don't know why, because I don't know. I just really like her.
Well, she's slick. She'll give you just enough to hate her fucking ass. And then when you hate her, she'll come around and do something real.
Introduce herself to
That's
you.
odd, Brian, because you're the same damn way.
Yeah, a lot of people love to hate you, Brian.
I think you two are related. I think you all need to do some genealogy search
Hey, the Brian clan.
because y'all fight like brother and sister.
I don't know how long she and I can last in the same room. It's like we got divorced or something.
You're getting better.
You're like
Every time y'all get together, it's a little bit longer before
It's
you
like
start
brother and
killing each other.
sister. I mean, we have to mute when they're on panel together because Brian talks
She knows right how to get on my nerves. She does. She knows exactly how to do it.
Oh, she knows which button. But you're like you
You
remind
guys
me of brother and sister.
See,
You
when
guys
we're-
have come a long way.
I think when we're bickering and screaming and hollering at each other on a panel, that's how we feel for that moment. For that minute. That's how we're feeling for that minute. But then 10 minutes later, we might not feel that way. And you can move on from it. Some people get stuck in that moment. If you get in an argument with them, they get stuck in that moment for the rest.
Well, you know, if people haven't joined together during this COVID thing, they're never going to join together.
Yeah.
I have met some of the most, I've worked my ass off during this time,
Right.
but I have met some of the most genuine people in my life. The ones who are actually shut in, who need help, who just need I mean, I think they'd order anything from us just so that they had somebody to come over and talk to them.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
But Crazy Gemini is correct. I think they were married in a past life and they probably killed each other.
She said, "I will kill you until you die from it."
Funny.
I know. I know.
Something that bothered me about Laura's when she said that she didn't believe 180 was in a wheelchair. I mean, we have no right to question people's illnesses. I don't think.
No.
I really don't.
Nobody's questioning hers.
Even with the whole Blondie McBlonde thing and Blonde Bay, really, we would never have gone public with that stuff. Like
Since I have known 180, he has had a wheelchair. He had a shitty wheelchair. He had a shitty wheelchair that he could not use.
Hey, James.
Finally, he got one that he could use.
Yeah.
And 180's never asked for money or donations.
No.
So really, is it anybody's business? It's not. He's never asked for money.
Vinny can verify 180 took the rap for that predator site.
I see that, Pepper.
That was all bullshit. 180 didn't have his hands in on it at all, but he took the fucking rap because he put he suggested for one person to go in there.
You have an awesome day, baby beauty. I love you so much.
180 doesn't really give a fuck, though. That's the thing.
No.
I don't think it bothers him as much as she would like it to.
There is a channel on here that is copywriting. What is she saying? That is copywriting a lot of channels, whacked out something. I have the clipping. YouTube won't do anything about it. There are a lot of. I don't understand why YouTube. Every time I play a song on YouTube,
mandolin,
like things saying that it's a copyright infringement thing. Like I'm afraid to play anybody's content anymore because I always get a friggin' warning from
What's that say up there? I can't.
Ash, do you have imaginary children like Mandy?
What the
Mandy
yellow?
Some made up ones?
What did you just put on the screen, Carla?
It's Mac 11 donated $10 and she said I can find it. Doing the math after the exchange rate minus $7, then YouTube takes $4. So go spend.
You owe them 25.
I have no idea what I got.
Mandolin, how are your imaginary children today, honey? Do any of them have illnesses we need to talk about?
Her fake children from different fathers. Oh, that was the worst thing she ever.
I like the triplets. All have different fathers. That's awesome. I'm gonna need to see the video.
Really good trick, Mandy. God.
I need to see the video of that one. I'm just saying.
She actually did she
did. She read it, Pepper.
You should get money for that. And that she didn't even have any of her kids. That was horrible for her.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else lit up the screen.
Yeah.
Aw,
Alexis.
We're all one big dysfunctional family. Yeah, but put the emphasis on
a good dysfunctional.
See, Simon is a good panel guest. That's the second time he brought out a guest and super chat to your attention.
I'm so thrilled.
Well, I can see that light up.
And Jenna are up here because they're two of the ladies that I really loved a lot when I left and I missed. And Jenna's doing a really awesome job. And if someone can post her link in here, it would be awesome. She's going to do a true crime afternoon. So
we missed
Amanda, you can tell your fake kids to go hang out on Ash 274's roof.
I don't know. One night, someone in Makeup Mobsters chat told me to go count my kids. I said, "Okay, be right back." And immediately posted, "Yep, still one." Laughing my ass.
Like, what's the obsession with the kids? What is with that? I
have
don't.
no freaking clue.
They know it pisses people off.
Laura, how she uses people's looks or what they told her in their, personal, like Amanda Lynn has, talked to her privately about her kids and stuff. And that's what Laura uses because she has nothing else to use. So she goes for people's looks and whatever somebody told her in confidence. That's what she does.
Look what she's done to Wendy. I mean, she's always on about her weight.
Thank you, Equal.
With, Diane, she's on about her age. With me, it's everything. My age, my looks, my everything. She hates.
And Carla, I'm older than you are.
You know,
Carla, I am
By
older.
1 year, maybe. By 1 year, Tawanda. It doesn't
I know,
matter.
but I'm older than you. So if you're old as dirt, I'm an antique. Fuck that.
Right.
Who cares? Tawanda, here's how we think of it. We are well aged. We are well.
Yeah.
I've been everything from 62 to 72 to 82 to 102. God damn.
Well, I know one thing. I get off my ass and work a hell of a lot more than some of their sitters do.
Well, the thing of it is, she always makes fun of people's age and stuff like that.
I miss working.
Oh, but one of her best white nighters is Crazy Nurse Granny. I mean, what does Crazy Nurse Granny think? How does she think when Laura's up there to making fun of people's ages and how they should be canning green beans or some shit like that? How does Crazy Nurse Granny feel when she's white knighting for somebody that thinks about the elderly that way?
I've been canning green beans since I was 14 years old with my great grandmother on the front porch.
It doesn't make sense, does it? It don't make sense, Brian.
At least we know how to can green beans. Your sorry ass gonna become buying it from all those people that are half-ass preppers over here, knowing how to can green beans, dumbass. And they run out of food up in this place.
Make jellies.
I can make a mean hat, so I can crochet.
You can also make a very mean peach cobbler.
Yes,
too.
you were supposed to make me my thumbless, my fingerless gloves, Carla.
My misdemeanor gave me a recipe for peach cobbler. My husband doesn't eat desserts, but he ate half that freaking peach cobbler the other day. Peach caramel cobbler. It was so freaking good. I went into a diabetic coma after
I said, Mandolin, I have a disability. You may want to find out which one I have. I don't trust the grass to watch the kids.
Who said that?
What the fuck? Ash 274.
Oh my God.
She's
Go count your kids and mow your grass on your roof, damn it.
I was supposed to like her. She would come in my chat and she would be cracking me up, and I was almost afraid to laugh because she would be. She's so witty. Like she.
I love it when she joins a panel or when.
Aussie flag.
She's never been up on my panel, but I'll get her up there.
I was scared to death to talk to Amanda Lynn because I was pretty sure after Laura described her, she was completely off her beam, right? So I go in her chat one day and I start saying stuff in chat, and she's like, she can't even look at what I write. She's like, after the first one, she like went into a laughing frenzy, and she's like, no, I can't even look anymore, Miss Mina. Don't say anything else. Don't.
Ash with the comeback.
I just wanted to hear her laugh. So every time she could log on, I was like, ooh, let me go make her laugh.
Ash said, quick bracket, Carla. I still can't crochet, bitch.
It was square. It's like she went out and bought some yarn and a crochet hook, and she's like, I still can't get the thing to work.
Look, I'm scared of Carla now. I asked her one day, I'm like, so have you ever thought about doing like a little tutorial on here too? 45-minute dissertation. Tell me why. She was never fucking doing that. I'm like, okay, changing the topic.
The crocheting community is horrible. They are the worst people. If you take one of their videos and you learn how to do something, they're the worst people.
And they have weapons.
Is bad? You think this community is bad? Go to the crochet community. They're horrible.
You stole my pattern.
Channel last night because somebody goes, oh yeah, you need to go listen to G Mangoes. So I went to G Mangoes and I went on there and I thought, oh Lord, where did these people come from? I mean, there was so much yelling you couldn't even. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. And I'm thinking, and he, poor guy, he's like going, hey, come on, let's just cool this out. He's
Yeah,
trying to make peace.
he's usually got control of his stuff.
I know. No, these women were walking all over him.
Women are crazy, man.
Finally, he muted them all and said, "You know what? You guys need to shut up." You know? I felt so sorry for him.
She's awesome.
Women,
Gosh,
it is funny.
someone in FOD's video said that regardless of my disability, I'm still nasty. So I asked why.
Wow.
I was always under the impression she was like the spawn of Satan. Ash, she's of course the most evil person.
Well,
I didn't like
her.
her because I was expected not to like her. Then I got to know her, and I'm like, this girl is funny.
Oh yeah, you weren't to go
He
anywhere
is
near.
funny.
You weren't to go anywhere near Ash or
Nope.
180 or
Hello,
Hello
Starlight.
Starlight.
Oh,
They
those
were
are
the
Yeah.
the Holy
And-
Trinity, and you didn't go
and-
near them.
the Holy Trinity.
Oh, and I was
Well,
mean to Ash.
I think
was
the whole
mean.
I think the whole all of them was brainwashed to hate Brian too.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah. We were all. We come on. There was a.
I
Well, they
even
found
said
out-
that. I even said that to one of her Patreons. I said, "Tell me, is that a requirement?" And they didn't like it whenever I said it, but
Well,
they respected me because that's how I that's how I truly viewed it.
we
Yeah.
didn't like these people, not for reasons of our own. We
But
didn't
I
like
had
these
I had
people.
my reasons before that, Simon. So I can't blame that on that.
Okay.
That was me and that was.
Yeah,
me
I
and
know
Brian.
some of you did, but some of these
No.
women didn't.
I think
I
she
didn't.
capitalized on the fact that
Yeah,
Brian's not
but
a
see,
pussy.
I did. With me and Tawana, I did curse her out a couple times, but she was in a group of women
How?
that liked me.
How can you cuss out to Wanda?
Oh my
Jesus
God.
She was
Christ.
cursing me out.
No.
Do you want to go to hell?
But we didn't know well, look, we didn't know Tawanda as well back then. We didn't know what a kind person she is. It was
Oh
just
my
Facebook.
God. She's
It was just
sweetheart.
Facebook. And she really was kind of with a group of women that didn't care for me, and she would snip at me. She can't lie about it.
Brian, I snipped at you too. So.
Yeah.
I think Mac 11.
But I
think
do
it's
have
no
some private
soul.
messages from you, Brian, that I said, Brian, please just be you and take care of your family. I do have those. What do you
I've
think
got
I'm
some
gonna-
other ones though too.
Oh yeah, we fought back and forth, but I did say,
But I
"Please
didn't know
take care of
you.
everything."
I didn't
I know.
know you. You were just a person in a box, sending me text messages. I
Right.
never had heard your voice. I didn't know you until, Laura accidentally put your.
So when you
Oh, Brian got
when you finally heard her, Brian, did you just kind of go, "Oh shit, I've been cursing out the wrong woman"?
But I figured that who she was, because I never knew who Tawanda was. I didn't know her voice, right? And she had been up on Laura's panel just hating. And then Laura, and I could never figure out, like, this woman kept saying she knows me, and I'm like, I don't know her, and Laura popped it up, and it was her name. Her real
Yeah,
name.
Laura
And I
doxed
did
me.
know.
Thanks, Laura.
Brian's got a temper though.
And I even said, well, who is that? And somebody said, well, that's Tawanda. And I said, no, that's not.
Brian, you remember when I went on?
Oh, now shit meshes.
Do you remember when I went on Pig's panel to defend Tawanda because you were making fun of her looks? I was so freaking mad at you that time, and you were making fun of her looks and her age or something. And I went on Pig's panel and she timed you out. You hated my guts after that.
Well, Pink shouldn't have done that, in my opinion, because she knew that you guys didn't like me. She knew that you guys were picking at me. She knew it. And we were supposed to be
I was
friends.
picking up for Tawanda because you attacked her looks.
Oh, I was pissed off at Tawanda.
I
was
know.
very pissed
I
off.
didn't think that was right. So.
Well, it probably wasn't. But, if we want to recap that, Tawanda was sitting up there saying that I went after her family and all this, and I never did that. And that was what was pissing me off. Because I never did that. I never went real life on it.
Kimmy Larry's
But that's the past.
Well, Matt,
I don't
you know,
know
Brian-
drag that shit back up, to be honest with you.
I had a lot of people in my ear at that time too, and I look back at it now, and I have a feeling. Did you hear my statement? What I said?
Well, I
A
asked,
lot of times
I
it
asked
might have come from my own camp.
yeah, well, I
Yeah.
asked you directly, because she made me sit backstage for like 45 fucking minutes and listen to you. And then she finally let me up. And I said to Wanda, I said, can you tell me exactly how I harassed your family? And your answer was, well, you didn't really do that. And then I felt better after that. I was cool. because I wouldn't want people to think that I was going to do that to your family when I never did. I never one time even thought about. I mean, of course, I know who you are and I know what you do, but you have never made me angry enough to want to even.
But can you imagine the amount of shit that was going on in both of her ears at that time?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I gave a lot of people a lot of leeway because of where they were at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can just imagine.
And I give some people even that what Serendipity calls her the squawking pigeon, but I think her name the squawking pigeon. Even though she said the shitty things she said to me, one day she's gonna open her eyes and go, "Oh my God."
I always had faith in serendipity on that one.
Yes.
I love Sarah. I
awesome.
Yeah, because
I really missed her a lot.
She was Laura's hardcore ride or die, and it says a lot when you get somebody like that gung ho for you and that intelligent like Sarah is. Not that anybody else wasn't. I'm just saying for her to move away from that and start making apologies and stuff for white knighting for her.
You know, the thing is,
you lost on that big time.
We had walked away quietly.
For Laura to show where she's live. Come on, Laura, show where Serendipity's live. Yeah.
Yeah, she can't prove any lies. And Sarah,
when I first saw her in Laura's chat, I thought, boy, this one's going to jump up and bite her back on the ass hard.
She does not.
As hard as she'll ride for you, she'll ride against you. Don't mess with her. And sure enough, she did because she can't help herself. And started messing with her, and Sarah was like, "Oh no, okay, I'm out of the pool. Gotta go." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, girl."
Laura does not want to fuck with serendipity.
No, because she's a good person and she's going to do the right thing. She's going to, stand up for what. Once she can get a clear vision on that, boom.
She's very calculated. She thinks.
She picked on her child. She picked on her.
You're roboting to me, or maybe it's my hillbilly Wi-Fi.
Oh no, she's roboting.
Hillbilly Wi-Fi.
I do, you guys. I live out in the sticks. I have hillbilly Wi-Fi. I pay a hillbilly. I said,
I speak crazy.
I've called these people because it's a private company. I said I am going to rename you Hillbilly Wi-Fi because I have hillbilly Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's all right. Have a little, as long as we can hear you. It cuts out on you once in a while like that, doesn't it, Twan? I see you other lives, and it does that to you.
Oh yeah,
I think a lot of us like people that were on and quote unquote the other side. Once we got to know these people as people, not just what we were told they were. Marianne, I mean, seriously think she's obsessed with Marianne. I really do.
It's like a whole Jim Jones thing. I swear to God, because there's that separation thing where you can't talk to each other. You can't talk to people on the outside. There's only certain people you can talk to, and only certain things you can say. It's like a really, really toxic, abusive relationship. Really sick.
And I don't think she sees it as that. I don't think she sees her own flaws. I really
the only thing she sees money. She sees money.
We paid her. And so when you pay for Patreon, aren't they working for you? Like when you pay somebody,
that's not supposed to be.
They're working for you, but it was like we were paying her and we were working for her.
Exactly. You was all doing her work. I mean, from the screenshots to when she was doing her crime channel, you was gathering information for that. When she started in the drama, everyone was going around gathering up the screenshots.
We begged her,
delivering
them to
please
do crime, to please get out of the drama, to please do crime. Please.
Now, what happened when she finally did crime, though?
She's not that good at it.
In a courtroom, and she's like, "This one, I wonder if this one takes it up the ass." You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
I know.
Well, if she would restructure it to make true crime funny and put that kind of thing in her title, I'm going to cover this case, but I'm going to do it in like a funny way.
Oh God, John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth. Can we please?
Oh, can we talk about that?
I was like,
a mistake, but you should never be. She could, you should never make a mistake like that.
No.
That was a big mistake.
And then to say, well, he reminds me so much of John Lennon. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is, and I kept thinking, please don't type in there. This, y'all, put your seatbelts on. This is 1 of 50. Here we go.
Didn't any of you, when we were in a voice call or we were in Discord, just cringe sometimes at some of the things she would come out with or say, like just off the cuff?
Like Appalachia.
I was like, oh my.
I was debating with her on Science Girls channel one time about 9/11, and she tried to convince me and everybody else that you could set up a planned demolition in World Trade Center in less than 10 minutes.
No, sir.
You can do it in 10 minutes. I said, come on. No, they did. They knew. I said, how'd that building come down at 5 o'clock?
You have to
Here's my
place them in
thing.
strategic places because
With
I
the
know,
conspiracy thing, with that whole conspiracy thing on 9/11, okay, listen, you know what? I can sit there and nod my head quietly and think, okay, I can see where you would get that. I can see where you would go there, even though I don't agree with it. But when you come to Flight 93,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You're going to pull all those people off a plane, put them in a hangar, mow them down. I don't know, kill them. Or I don't.
No.
I can't. That one sticks me every time.
There wasn't any. There was no sign. Not much sign of an aircraft.
It was full of fuel.
Fuel doesn't disintegrate to where you can't find a trace of things. The same thing with the Pentagon. How do you fit a plane with a 167-foot wingspan into a 16-foot hole without leaving wing marks? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to get into that though because it's not popular.
Yeah. No, that's not a good one. Right. No. Especially
really
not right now.
End up in an argument, and a lot of people end up in an argument over that, and it's like politics.
Yeah. There's so much division and so many other levels. That's like one we don't need, right?
Right.
I agree.
Hey, Richard.
I'm not being. I'm reading. I'm looking at what y'all saying about me.
My internet went out, so that's why I couldn't talk.
Wonder why it flickered. I saw it flicker.
Yeah, it was. I went out.
I didn't know what happened.
No, it was me. That was me.
Simon,
Hillbilly Wi-Fi too, Carla.
It's like, hillbilly Wi-Fi, and it's been like that like for the last couple weeks. Like I don't know if it's this pandemic that's affecting me. I don't know.
You think your Wi-Fi got the coronavirus?
Do you know what? We had 90 new cases in our county this week. 90 new cases of the coronavirus.
It's
people are freaking idiots.
Because we opened up too soon, and then we're going to be back on a lockdown here again.
Well, people are idiots too. They're not being careful. They're not wearing their masks. They're coughing.
Nobody's doing it in our area. Nobody except.
Oh my God.
Very select few.
They literally have people that are talking to Congress about they will not wear a mask. Period. They do not care.
Well,
okay, here's two more things I thought about this morning because y'all know I've been kind of going over all this in my mind. Like, okay, let's play like it is a conspiracy. Let's just play like, right? They're wanting us to drastically decrease our use of ER, medical services, dental services. Okay, well, if you're going to go to a one-payer system, you're going to go socialist. All right, let's just play like for just a minute. And you want a completely socialist government and society, right? You're going to want them to not use those systems very often because they're expensive and you're footing the bill, right? The other thing is they're wanting us to eat less because I know for a fact our Walmart down here has meat in the back that they're not putting out. It floats between they're being told not to, or they don't have enough staff.
They don't have enough staff, honey. I'm telling you, they don't have enough staff. Because the fact, I can tell you here, we lost employees because they made more money sitting home on unemployment than they made working.
Okay, but that still disrupts your food delivery system, right? Right. Okay, and if you can pay the people who bring in the crops, the people who plant the crops, I mean, we've missed out on a growing season here because people will sit at home and quarantine or whatever. Okay, so they're wanting you to eat less. Why? Because if more people are on a food service program, paid for by the government, wouldn't it make sense to have them eat less now? Because Americans can eat a lot of money. We eat food, y'all. We don't even play.
I know, but you have people that come in and they use their EBT cards. And I'm not kidding you. There was a lady that came in with she had 2 or 3 kids.
Uh-huh.
She had like, after she had bought, $300 worth of meat, she still had another $1,500 on this EBT card. And I thought,
Wow.
damn, I need one of them.
Man.
Wow.
When I
It's
picked up
shit like that
yesterday,
makes me sick on my stomach.
I picked up breakfast sausage and hamburger yesterday. That was the only meat we bought. Because the work has shut down so much here, we're making nothing. Nothing. I'm not working. But try to find a
if you
job
want to
with all
come here
this.
and work, I'll give you a job.
I will do it. I will come up there and work. Seriously.
Do you
I've
know
hauled around
still
people all my life, and I could haul around a cow.
here in these hills, you cannot find latex. You cannot find any kind of disposable gloves to buy.
Mhm.
Still, we still
That's
can't.
crazy. That's crazy.
Hamburger, the 80/20 hamburger is $6.20 a pound.
That's ridiculous.
God.
Yeah, and our top of the
Tell
line
me
is
about it.
$6.99.
Tell me about it.
Is your company actually making more money now with this beef thing going on, or I mean, just to be honest?
You know what it is? It's brought a lot of people that buy bigger quantities, like halves and quarters and stuff, and they're going back to what we used
The
to
old
have.
way of it.
Yeah, the whole animal. I heard Dave on his rave last night that farmers aren't making anything. Bullshit. Yeah. Farmers are making top of the line money now than they ever have.
I'm sure they are.
Ever have.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and you see people buying differently, where they're not going to Walmart and, filling their basket with all this meat that's probably going to hurt them anyway. And they're going back to things that are, they're going to their farmer. They're going to, they come to us because we have different farmers that we can send them to. So, yeah, I think people are smartening up. I hope they are. And if they're not, they need to.
Yeah. It's crazy how when you go in there and get some meats, and it's ridiculously priced right
What's
now.
What's hamburger cost in your area?
About $7, like you were saying.
Wow.
Well, our top of the line, right now, which is our ground round, or because everything of ours, we don't grind junk. We don't.
Right.
And so ours is $6.99, the top of the line.
Yeah.
But if you buy in bulk, of course the price goes down, this and that. But we offer different locker packs and economy pack, this and that for people who need to stretch their dollar out. We have people we have just fed through this pandemic that can't get any help.
Yeah.
And we've just fed them.
Yeah.
That's what I say to one. You got people you got people out there. I know fact because I can speak from experience that was smart that invested money to get towards their retirement.
Yep.
They get the retirement. That money don't change per month.
No.
Yeah, they get the retirement and they get their Social Security. Okay, that money don't change. You're used to spending that money,
right?
And all these prices went up, but that's still staying the same. And there's no relief. You can't get help because you smart enough to avoid that throughout your whole damn life.
And now you're having to dip into your savings because of it,
or
anything you have left.
Right.
Yeah. And just like my sister right now, my sister-in-law, I call her my sister, my brother who passed away in January, she still hasn't got a stimulus check because when she filed her taxes this year, they sent it back and said, well, the person on this tax return is deceased. Well, he didn't die until January, and it was 2019 taxes she sent in. So number one, she hasn't got her taxes back from 2019, and she hasn't got a stimulus check.
See, that sucks.
That's wrong right there.
That is so wrong.
So
wrong.
And she's family to me. So, if I got to pay her freaking mortgage, I'll pay her mortgage. I don't care.
Yeah.
And people are getting money that don't need it. That's what's wrong.
Well, like my boss's daughter worked part-time for about 6 months, and then they closed out. She was working in a restaurant. It was part-time. She's only 17 years old. Part-time she was working, and then they shut it down for COVID, but just last week they gave her a check for $8,000. Part-time for the Social Security, for the I mean, I'm glad she got it. Damn, well, I'm going to work every day. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm gonna be claiming everybody's kids. I got 17,000 children. I'm gonna claim Ashes.
Just claim
I'm gonna claim Mandy
that
Lynn's.
she doesn't have.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mandy
get me a
Lynn
big.
got 6 of them.
I wish I was bright enough to look up deceased people's social security numbers. I'd start claiming my animals.
Hey, they do it all the time in Louisiana.
I know.
They vote.
I know they
vote
do. That's why I said I
every
wish
year.
I had the brains to do it.
Right?
Really? Serious?
Well, did you
Girl,
see on? Did
if you
see
die,
on
you
Fox
can.
News? Did you see on Fox News that they pay that stimulus checks over what was
Yep.
it 3 billion or something went out
To dead people.
People who are dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yep. Well, you can die as a Republican in Louisiana. You're gonna come back and vote as a Democrat. I'm just saying. It's a thing. It is a thing. It is what it is.
You are about it, right?
Yeah, I moved. I went back to Texas where I belong. I went, oh, y'all crazy. I gotta go.
Even with 30 kids, we didn't get $8,000 back. I don't think it's right that a 17-year-old got that much money. I was just saying, she probably
Now
lives.
she has
I
30.
know. I was kind of ticked too. I'm glad for her, but I was kind of ticked about it too.
Now Amanda Lynn has 30
Wow.
children.
I can't talk about this stuff. I
Yeah,
keeps my
she's
blood
got her.
pressure up.
The
Yeah.
last 15 or so,
Mine too,
however.
Simon.
And they all have different fathers.
She doubled up on fathers. I think she's wearing out the whole town. Amanda Lynn, shit.
Man,
You go, Amanda. Don't let
She's-
nobody talk about your looks.
So
yeah,
clueless.
well, she
People
should
are
be
so
getting
clueless.
some mighty fine, what do you call them?
Mighty fine.
Support checks. Or what do you call them? What do you call them when someone pays child support?
Oh,
Child support checks with 30
Oh yeah,
kids.
yeah.
All from different fathers.
I know.
Right?
That reminds me.
Right?
After 18 years of paying child support, I just got my letter today saying I don't have to anymore. Got it yesterday.
Woohoo! Party.
I'm like, but now that the oldest is in college, now I have to pay more to help her get through college.
Well, if she has 30 kids, she started when she was 2.
I know.
That's a powerful uterus. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
man,
I'm just gonna say that.
my heart goes out to you, girl.
Going through the grocery store. Oops, dropped one. Pick that one up.
She's got those things to hold them on the back.
Mandy Lynn says, child support money, honey.
Oh my god.
Backpacks on the front end.
Stand in your lives.
Poor Amanda.
Oh, we
Oh
tease
my
her.
God.
She knows we love her.
You go, Amanda. You go get you some, girl.
Pretty soon,
Yeah.
the rumor is going to start. She didn't really have kittens either.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Those are fake kittens too.
I mean, well, it's always something, isn't it?
I can't
We're all
believe
li-
you can use those kittens for content.
I think that the new rumor.
It's funny when we were with Laura, we never were liars, but as soon as you leave, we're all liars. So.
See, I got a picture of my child up here. That's my child.
Aw.
Oh, I have some of those.
So why can't
I'm
I
just
claim
saying.
that child?
I think you should because I
I
feed
think
these
you
little
should be able to.
assholes.
He
It
is so
costs money.
cute.
But listen,
Very
y'all, just so
cute.
y'all know,
Is that you?
Yes,
Amanda's
that's me.
cat. Amanda's cat did not have those kittens.
It's a
You were
conspiracy,
adorable.
right?
Yeah, I'm dating myself with that outfit.
Amanda did not have them kittens. Amanda's cats did not have them kittens. Amanda did.
Oh, she has fake kittens.
Amanda she rented those kittens for sympathy. She's trying to get views. She just rented them.
Can we take up a collection, please,
Yes.
for Amanda and
Yeah.
her kittens? They don't qualify for a stimulus check.
And her fake kittens. Give money, honey.
Look at Eagle. Leave them babies alone. Get off the.
Yeah, I'll
kittens.
make money, honey. That's crazy.
Oh
I go
my
over and
god.
watch, I'm not allowed to have cats because Nicole don't like cats. So I go over and watch Amanda's kittens grow up. I watch her kittens grow up.
Stole them.
She's keeping one of them, which will turn into 2 probably. I feel like she's wanting more. Well, they need a brother. They need a sister. Oh man,
The other parent.
that's funny shit right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
that
god.
makes you tired, and then everybody has to get quiet for a minute.
Those poor kittens. They're so cute.
They are.
I can't. We almost ended up with a husky the other day. Can't do it.
I'd
Thank
put up my
God.
crazy. I'd put up my crazy graduation picture, but my hair wouldn't fit inside that little hole.
Did you have that high hair going on too?
Oh my God! Did I rock the 70 and 80 hair? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was popular. And there was a time in the early '80s with these rock bands that guys were picking out their hair.
I had the tunnel perm.
Yeah, high hair was
What
popular.
year did you graduate, Simon?
Decades ago.
I graduated
I knew you
87,
wouldn't
sorry.
tell me.
I graduated in 1983.
87.
I'm older.
87. You're that much younger than me?
Who? I'm 50.
You. You're how old?
52.
I'm 55. How did you graduate that far behind me? I graduated in 83.
I skipped a grade.
Okay. Smart ass.
I'm
I
sorry.
graduated
Show off.
79.
Show off. 79?
Yeah.
My sister graduated in 80.
Mhm.
Now, all of us old folks, you rock on age and experience and wisdom
Mhm.
and fuck all the rest of us.
When did you graduate, Twanda?
79.
Woo! That was right when Peter Frampton Alive was the best album.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
2 years between us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Twanda's a little bit older than us, but that's okay. We're not mad at you for that.
I'm a lot bit older than you. I'm a lot of it.
79. I was like 11 years old.
You're a year older than my sister. That ain't nothing. I love
Listen,
that girl.
we're not old. We're well aged.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I wish she would stop calling us old.
I graduated in 79, but I had my daughter in 1978.
I wish, but it was not going to happen.
In 19 when, Twanda?
78.
78?
Yep.
There you go. Look, Richard's feeling old. How old are you, Richard?
That probably was a really good time to be a teenager.
It was.
'Cause I did it in the 80s. So, but that the 70s was probably a good time to be a teenager.
It was a good time to be a teenager, but we dealt with Vietnam, and we dealt with a lot of shit that people didn't, but
Still
We've
the
seen
Cold
it
War.
all. We've seen it.
Kids
We
had
got to see it
respect
all.
kids had respect back then, though, because you know why? They got their ass beat.
Yeah,
No
They
doubt.
sure did.
Trust me.
he's right.
If-
No, not
if
just
I
once,
didn't get
twice.
a whipping in a day, it was a good day.
Not only that, but you got if you got a whipping at school, you were damn sure going to get one once you got home, and you might get another one from a neighbor or two if they heard about it on the way home.
Yeah.
I mean, you just didn't fuck up. Yeah.
We hated when Dad came home because she would always say, "Just wait till your pops gets home." Yeah, we knew that was our ass.
The principal had rollers in the school with holes in them, with little bubbles in them,
Yeah,
and so you got to select. I was never bad, so but I do know because I had a bad brother.
That was never bad.
The principal would actually let him select which paddle he wanted.
yeah. I remember wax. I got those. I got a couple wax. Yeah, I remember that. Makes you want to turn around and punch the teacher in the face, though.
Yeah.
But
I saw a teacher. He bloodied some kid's face up against that. Now that was completely uncalled for. But he pulled the kid out of the desk and he threw him up against the chalkboard and busted the chalkboard and busted the kid's nose. He still ended up keeping his job.
Yeah,
I remember-
he'd be in prison now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in math class, I remember in math class one time, I think I was like a junior or senior. I had the worst. The football coach was the math teacher. He's friends with me on Facebook. He hits me up all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm still not talking to you. I just accepted your friend request because I wanted to like gawk at you and go, ooh, you're really ugly now that you're old. But he like just humiliated me one day because I'm not a math student at all. I just don't make me add shit or don't any math. No.
Right.
And he was like demeaning me and like, well, you're a typical girl. Girls can't do math. I don't even know why you're in here. And I said, that was a really jerk thing to say,
Yeah.
They don't
out
have
loud.
good teachers like they used to have, though.
No,
I mean,
look, he ripped me out of that chair, sent me down to the principal's office. Here comes my mother. She sided with the teacher. I was like, I quit. I don't know what else to say. I just am gonna let them do this. If you do that now,
Oh,
you're
God.
on the evening news. You're a horrible teacher. Da 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 da. But not back then. No, didn't matter. It's like,
Oh no! If
oof,
that would have happened back when I was a kid, my mother would be in prison. My father would be in the gallows. I mean, there
yeah.
wasn't a day that we didn't get. But I can say that there was probably 2 whippings in my whole life that I didn't deserve.
Mm.
So
Out of,
I deserved most of them.
yeah.
But back then, they didn't know what ADD was, and I was like a maggot on a hot rock. I was busy all the time, bing, 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 bing. Bouncing off the walls. And
We triggered Larry. Did Larry go live?
Uh-oh.
oh.
Well, I got
Not that anyone cares.
I wore a Jack Daniels shirt to school.
Is she being mad? Is she being
She
mad?
big
Uh-oh.
mad.
And then the teacher told me I needed to turn that shirt inside out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. I said I'm not doing that. I said I'll go home and change and come back, but I'm not turning my shirt inside out.
Like, I'm not drinking it. I'm just wearing it. What?
Yeah, they had changed the rules where you couldn't wear rock shirts and anything like that, and I didn't know it. So I would always wear my AC/DC or whatever.
Yeah. When I graduated from high school in 1983, we were the Rebels. Our mascot was the tallest guy we could find, Johnson Hall. I'll never forget him. Wonderful guy, dressed in a Confederate uniform, carrying around a Confederate flag. We were the Rebels.
God.
Okay. That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Now they've changed their name. I think they're like the punk rats. I don't know what they are, but something, generic.
6 clowns on a panel, 1 reaction.
What?
You go for it, Laura.
We're not doing
what?
anything, Laura.
Loretta.
We're not doing anything. Just talking shit.
Oh, no, she can't.
We're having a family reunion over here. That's what we're doing.
Stand to see anybody have fun.
Tell Laura, come on over here.
Oh, God,
Come on
no.
over here,
Oh,
Laura.
for God's sakes, Brian.
No,
She
I
won't
wouldn't do
come
that
over
to
here. My
anybody.
channel's not big enough. It's not good enough for her.
Well, it's big enough for her to be triggered enough to fire up live.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
had a feeling, Laura. I probably, Carla. I probably caused Laura to do that. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's not you, baby. It's not.
That's what she does.
I know.
Look, really, honestly, Laura's not hurting anybody by firing up a live over there. She really is.
Well,
Just like we're not.
she's got content for the afternoon.
Tawanda, she needs to find content. Here's the thing. Laura has no content. She scouts YouTube to find content. Yes, Laura, I said it.
Mhm.
Hey, look at your email, Miss Carla and friends.
Oh, okay.
There's 2.
Me.
No, we're just having a little family reunion over here. It ain't no big thing.
We're not bothering us. We're not bothering her. We shouldn't be triggered when she fires up live, though.
I'm not triggered. I think
No.
give 2 shits what she says.
Yeah,
You think she hasn't said crap about me already?
She doesn't really feel the way she portrays. She feels about.
I don't give a shit about what she feels or not. Doesn't feel, to be honest with you.
She's got a heart in there somewhere.
Yeah, tell me where.
I don't know. She probably can't. She can't show it to anybody because that fucks her channel up.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
then she wouldn't have any content.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, Laura?
Once you figure it out,
Laura.
you know.
You threw a teacher. Let me tell you what I did, Life Rewanted. You're gonna enjoy this one. So my dad had just passed away. He had bought me a car right before he died. Kind of made me think I knew he was gonna die. But it was because it was before I graduated. He swore to death I would never graduate high school because I was like horrible. So yeah, so he buys me this car. She's gonna go to Texas and she's gonna make me go stay with my aunt in Nashville, and she's gonna take my car and lock it in the garage. So teenager, this produced a huge protest on my behalf, right? And so we're arguing back and forth, arguing. I was like, Mom, that is the last thing Dad bought me before he died. I'm doing the tears, the whole 9 yards, sympathy, trying to get. And I thought, got her. And she goes, No, the car is locked up. You're going to go stay at your aunt's. You're going to go to school. And she walked out the door. I had those big, 80s jelly jar lamps, right?
Yeah.
And I heaved it as hard as I could at that door and smashed it into a million pieces. My mother opened the door, looked at me, goes, he bought you that lamp too. And she just shut the door. I was like, fuck. Really? I blew it. Not that I was winning anything, but I thought I was, right? Yeah, no. He bought you that lamp too.
Hey, Brian, if I send you a screenshot, can you share it on here?
It'd probably be easier for you to do it.
Okay, well, I'll try. If I can't do it, I'm going to send it to you. Okay.
I have never screen shared while I was on a panel before. I mean, I'll try.
Hang on. I'm going to try.
If you just put it up in your second tab and then hit screen share.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm going to try and figure this out. We are.
Don't blow us all up.
Okay.
Oh my God. I can't with you. I cannot. I can't. Serendipity, hey.
There she is.
Welcome to the family reunion, sweetheart.
We were just talking shit about you, Serendipity.
This is the dysfunctional.
Shoot. How do I do that?
Everybody stop talking shit about Sarah now. She's here.
I don't know how to do this, Brian. You got to help me. Come on. Okay, what do I do?
I don't know if I can
Okay,
do it. This
you
thing.
state. Okay.
You gonna figure it out? Put that
Notice we're
screenshot
down
up.
about 35 people since that announcement happened.
Oh.
Put the screenshot up in your pictures,
Hmm.
and then when you share your screen, it should.
Oh, okay. I know how to do it. Wait a
There you
minute.
go.
Wait. Hang on. Like, okay. Okay, it's downloaded.
Yeah. If you bring it up on your screen, it should.
Well, just a minute, because I got to figure how to do it. I've done it a couple times. Okay, application window. Is that what I do?
Application window.
Oh, she said Chrome. I think, what's her name said Chrome.
Oh my God, I'm gonna kill you.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't figure out how to do this. Brian, help me. Come on. Your entire screen.
I just don't think I'll be able to do it. Without
share screen.
Frustrated.
Wait, cancel. Share screen.
Like you're gonna get frustrated here about 30 seconds. What?
Application window.
Um,
Fuck, I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch. I'm my gallery. I just don't want to show my whole gallery.
Why is everyone going,
It's okay. It's okay. Brian already has it.
Brian, I'm sending it to you.
All right, now if I can't do it,
Wait. Will you guys stop laughing?
I'm kind of distracted right now anyway because Nicole came in here with no shirt on. So.
Oh, okay.
Like Mr. Demeanor did the other day.
Share screen.
What did I do?
Okay.
Where your husband came walking in the room naked.
Yeah.
Nicole woke up and she's got no shirt on.
Your entire screen.
I'm distracted. So.
Where do I go to application window, Chrome tab, or your entire screen?
She's not live yet. Six pounds on the panel.
What do I do, Brian?
Try your entire screen and see how that works.
Yeah, but I don't know how to find it.
Oh.
You did it last week, didn't you, Carla?
Yeah, I
Listen,
did, but I'm an
If you
idiot.
porn my husband's wiener, that picture I sent you, to help you because your marriage is failing. Y'all don't sleep together
I'll try
anymore.
not to.
Dude, I sleep on my
not to.
couch almost every other night because it's more comfortable than my bed.
Jenna Moon can come up and share it for you, honey. Jenna knows how to do it.
Yeah, because I don't think I'll be frustrated.
Jenna, okay, Jenna.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Okay, Jenna can come up.
Jenna, darling.
This is why we were all kicked out of Patreon because we weren't sophisticated enough to do dirty work.
Learn how to do that because I don't know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it.
I really do.
What are we reading?
Share screen, and then I got lost, and I don't know what to do after that.
I think Jenna can show you.
Is what real?
There's red bubbles on the screen, people.
I can
Somebody's
see y'all.
saying something.
Okay.
What are we supposed to be reading?
Hey,
Link for
No,
Jenna.
we're going to be reading a
Someone-
screenshot. We're
are
gonna be
you
reading a
doing?
screenshot?
Are you? There's should be 2 emails for you. One from me, which I don't care. I'll one from me, and then there's going to be another one from somebody else that they want you to see. I don't want to say their name, but if you look,
Okay. I saw the one from you.
yeah.
All right.
Put up facts.
Okay.
Listen, after we've gone through this much just to get it on the screen, I want to dare somebody to say that they're altered.
I only got one from you.
Yeah, and then there should be
Yeah, they'll
another
say that's what
one.
she was
And that's
biding
my
time
email?
to.
There's not from another person. I don't want to say their name.
Oh,
Here, I'll
no,
write
you
it
don't
in the
have to say
private
it. I
chat.
just only see one from you.
I'm going to put it in the private chat who it is.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay.
Wow.
No, I don't have one from her though.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah, just from you.
All right. Now, I'm gonna can you? I can try. I have to get off my computer and go onto my phone, and then I can do it both. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll share it on here because if you put it up here and you know how to share, I'll just put it
Yeah.
up on my screen.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye. It's pretty interesting, people. So stay tuned.
Like Laura.
I don't understand how you set a time on a live for an entire day. You log on and you spend an hour and a half making that god awful noise and getting your shit together. It's like, what are you even doing?
She does it all the time. She does.
Very annoying. Very unprofessional.
Laura does consistently. I agree with that. She says, I agree with that constantly. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Brian should die.
Oh yeah, she does that, especially if someone's like doing it for her.
Backing her up. Backing her up. I agree with that. I agree.
So you can share it now, Jenna?
It doesn't give you the option from your phone. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't give you the share option from your phone.
I have the option, but I really don't know how to do it.
That's what I'm saying. It would piss me off trying.
Are you on your laptop,
maybe.
Carla?
What's that? Yeah, I am on my laptop. Do you know how to do it?
No.
Okay, do I have
180 does.
And then they put 50 people on a map, and you.
Okay.
You want to make sure everything else is down other than the screenshot. Then you're going to put
It'll share your second tab.
Okay. Do y'all need naked pictures of Mr. Mike? Do y'all?
Mr. Mike.
I was gonna
that
take
way
a couple.
it doesn't show anything.
Even if you had naked pictures of
Okay,
Mr.
wait a
Mike,
minute.
you couldn't
Okay,
share
I've
them.
got everything down now. So now I do share screen.
Yep.
What, Chrome tab?
Yep.
If anybody ever thinks that anybody's ever leaving.
Oh God, that one's up. I don't want that up.
Oh my God! Please stop with the ums.
Full screen, and it should pop up.
What do I do?
Do screen share, Chrome tab, full screen, and it should pop up.
Okay, share screen, Chrome tag. All that it says in there is StreamYards. So I do application window? No.
That would be StreamYards.
So the screenshot.
Would it be StreamYards?
Yep. Oh, you're getting there.
Oh yeah, but that's not it. So
there's something there.
It'll be application.
Yeah, I know.
Mandolin said she can share it.
Mandolin
The
can?
application
Come on up
Yeah,
here.
instead.
she would be
Okay.
able to.
Okay, Mandolin, come on.
She does it on
I'll
her
get
channel.
down. I'll get down. So
Bye,
she can.
Tawanda.
All right. Have a good one, you guys.
Bye,
Okay,
Tawanda.
thanks for coming
See you,
up.
baby.
Did I read your last comment? Hold
Well,
on, let me go look.
how am I going to send it to her, though?
I'm gonna read it like it was my idea. Okay, life rewind,
Oops.
kind of like Laura does.
I'll actually hold on. I'll send it to her.
Right, exactly. I agree with you, life rewinded. We would listen to her in voice chat, right? And we counted her ums, and then in 1 hour she said like 98 times. Exactly. No kidding.
Oh, she's going to need a. Oh, yeah, send it to Mandolin and
What was that
she'll
again,
share it.
Misdemeanor?
They would sit in voice chat and count her ums, and in 1 hour it was like 98 times. And the only thing that if she ever did utter anything, it was just to agree with somebody that's something that somebody else had already said, like not an original thought in her head. Like, damn.
Oh, she's going to email it to you, Mandolin, but you can come up until she gets it to you. Tawanda, pop down.
Content, baby, content.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, she's got her
But,
email there.
Here's my thing. If Tracy loses her monetization for quote unquote copying other people's content, dude, Laura shouldn't have had a channel for the last year. I'm just saying, hello, YouTube. Hello.
Misdemeanor's so good.
It's like, oh, okay, well, what about
And
this
now that
over
I've
here?
showed 114 people
She's
what
so
an
quick.
idiot I am because I still can't get this freaking screen share thing
Okay.
down. God. I
Learning
can't
curve.
even do the backdrop, the green screen. I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Did you get a mandolin in here? Yes, no?
I'm waiting for her.
Okay.
She's
got to take care
waiting
of her
for
97 children.
She's waiting
Hold
for
on.
someone to email her the screenshots.
Okay.
She just put her email in the chat. You can, after you get it, you can delete it, Amanda, if you don't want everybody to have it.
Can we change your name now officially to Carla and the Clown Crew?
Yeah,
Can
definitely. Yes. I can change that.
Or just Carla and the Clowns. Send in the
Um,
clowns.
let me think about it. Let me think about it.
Okay, I just emailed it to you, Amanda.
Hello.
Ooh,
Hallelujah.
she's gonna be big, man. Did you get
I
it?
was making my mom say hallelujah the other day.
Amanda.
Hey, okay, I can
Hey.
I can either walk you through it or whatever is easier. You're gonna need to
Oh,
show me
I'd
the
rather
screenshot.
you do it, and I'll figure this out another time.
Okay.
Did you get the email?
I just sent you the email, Amanda. You should have it.
Okay, let me mute real quick and get in my email. I'll just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
All right.
What does it take to get in her email? She's got to mute.
Hello, Amanda.
That's one noisy email. I'm just saying. I'm picking on you. You know, I love you. Yuck.
Okay, there you go. And the plot thickens.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Bum,
dun,
bum,
dun.
bum, bum.
Dun, 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 dun.
Blame Brian.
She's trying. I would have got frustrated. That's why I didn't want to try it.
Yeah.
Brian, you could have figured it out faster than I could. I've done it before, but I'm not really good at it.
Well, I've never, like I said, I've never shared my screen while I was on.
Like I've never shared like a screenshot or anything on my channel before.
We got to teach you how to use Streamlabs, OBS.
I don't know how to use that. You can't have a channel on that.
It's complicated, but once you catch it, it's all right.
Isn't that what she's on?
Streamlabs.
No,
I'm on
StreamYard, Streamlabs, the OBS.
Streamlabs is
OBS is what Laura uses. OBS. It is complicated.
I would like to figure out how to work Zoom because Zoom supposedly is better than StreamYards, but I don't know. Hi, Mario, you little vixen. Vixen.
And it is hot in here today.
Yeah, it was hot yesterday.
Laura's waiting. How dare you keep her waiting? Oh,
We're just, I'm sorry we're not as adept as you are at this kind of
guys,
fuckery.
add the stream.
There
Can
you
you
go.
guys read this? I don't know if I can make it bigger.
Okay, no,
or
I can make it bigger.
There you go. See?
Can you make it a little bigger?
Yep.
That's what
I can't read it.
Read it to me.
Yeah,
That's what
someone's
she
gonna read
said.
it.
Amanda did that?
What the hell? Why isn't it getting any bigger? I mean,
That's what she
She
said.
said.
I don't know why. It's
What's
not
all
getting
those other
bigger.
things down there? You better be careful.
I could read it out because I have it in my
It's
email.
just my email. It's okay. It's just my email. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Simon's looking out for
it's
you.
just screenshot. It's just screenshots that I've
Well, I
been
don't
sent.
know about the stuff. I just know too many mistakes are made like this.
No, it's not. It's okay. This isn't like super
Well, we
secret,
can
you know,
actually
doxing anybody's shit. This is just screenshots that have been sent to me. Let's see. That people want me to share and stuff. All right. I made sure beforehand. I'm not. Nah, that's why I was muting. Thank you for looking out for me. Okay, let me get to it. I don't know why it's not. All right, let me try something else.
What do you want me to read it? Oh,
No, I'm gonna try to blow it up.
okay.
I'm gonna try to blow it up and then
Okay.
like send it to myself, type of thing. I
Okay.
would have did this beforehand, but I didn't know that that it would show up that little. But let me just blow it up real quick.
Yeah.
The 180, we're actually doing a demonstration this Sunday morning about the complete ineptitude of the Carla and crew fuckery mobile over here that we can't even share a screenshot, let alone alter one. So
180 says, "What's going on?"
yeah,
Good point. Case
yeah,
closed.
so
Pounds does it take to share?
We're gonna get someone big mad. Oh, someone gonna be big mad at us.
Is she big mad?
Oh, when I can finally share this video, which I'm downloading, someone's gonna be real mad. Just
right.
just
Laura, did you wake up on the wrong side of the desktop
I
chair?
I think she did today.
Ash 274, you have an escapee, honey. Get the
Just bear
hook.
with me,
Get him.
guys. I just wasn't prepared like I normally am because I didn't know that I was gonna be coming up here to do this. So just give me a sec. I'm getting it.
What's a spy eye? I don't know what that is.
I didn't do it.
Still read it out, guys.
You made that comment about
Yeah.
7 tallywhackers, Brian. I
Okay,
heard you.
if it at the very least, okay. At the very least, we can put it on our community tab. But I want to play
Yeah,
this
I'm gonna put it on my community.
because it's telling me blow it up. I don't know what's going on, but this video we need to play. We really
Okay.
do. So
Okay.
She's serious.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's serious.
Is there
Oh, I'm
nudity in
fucking
it?
serious. It's fucking
Yeah,
fun.
she said, I'm fucking serious.
This
That's
fucking
right.
asshole. I swear to God, she's such a fucking cunt. I swear. Ew. God.
Oh, but she makes it all right when she does it to other people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Amanda's another one that's funny when she's on one. Amanda's really funny when she's on one. So
Well, I don't get mad very often. It's kind of like whatever, but like a lot of stuff she does doesn't make me mad because I just know she's never going to change.
Amanda,
But-
I'm so over her getting big mad. Like
Yeah.
I'm so over it.
Yeah.
I see Carla figured out how to get her banner running.
Here's the thing. Every time
care
she
less
gets big mad, every time she gets big mad, she
She can
starts.
be big mad, but she can't deny nothing that we've been saying because we bring the proof every freaking time. So,
But here's the
she
thing,
can be
Amanda.
right.
Here's my thing. It's
Hey.
fine. Let her get big mad because every time she gets that big mad, she starts letting out shit that she's done that she doesn't even realize she's saying.
She talks too much.
So she's her worst
Yeah.
and worse than me.
And she's like, it's like she's sitting in a police precinct and they go, "You have a right to an attorney." No, fuck that shit. Let me tell you.
Let me mute real quick to make sure that I'm not sharing anything besides this video because this is more confident. You know, there's other things in this email. Hold on.
Okay.
If 180 was around, he could do this.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing the video too, Amanda?
Yeah,
'Cause
no, I
know-
have it. I just don't want to share, make a Laura and then share other things. I'd rather, you know what I mean? I'll just it'll take me 1 second to test.
Well,
Yeah,
no, he uses
actually
OBS.
take a minute to
yeah.
make sure it's legit before you just throw it out there. Yeah, you know. Mhm.
Ask what is she asking for?
Isn't there a way to present, Carla, where you present something?
I have no idea how to do that. To be honest.
Yeah, you present
Only time-
somebody to allow them to screen
I
share.
can tell you how to do it. It just
Okay.
right
How do you
now,
do it?
all you're gonna need to do is you're gonna just need to open your email. Then you're gonna hit your own screen share button. You see that button down? Like, I don't know, I'm not live myself, but it's like right down there. It'll say like share screen. You see that button?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna only have
Mhm.
that Chrome tab pulled up because you don't want to pull Laura, right? And show everything in your inbox. So you need to I just have that pulled up, not a bunch of other windows. And then you're just going to hit share screen, and then you're going to hit play on the video. It's really that easy, but it's hard to get the hang of. But once you get it, it's like so easy. So you're just going to go to share screen. I have it pulled up, but you're going to go to share screen. Only have that pulled up, that video that you were sent.
Well, what's coming up is
she never got the video, man.
StreamYard's
Okay.
StreamYard's
Okay. Yeah,
but I don't know how to get rid of it.
Never mind then. That wouldn't even make sense what I just said. Never just
No.
what I'm saying.
She only got the screenshot I sent her, but the person that emailed her the video, she never got. So
No,
you're
I
the
never got it. Yeah, you only have it.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to share my whole screen. I don't know how I'm going to do this because it won't let me go to full screen. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess
I don't know. I think today's Sunday. I don't think so, huh? Life Rewanted? I know. And listen,
fine, guys. I just don't want to pull Laura. Like I don't.
Marsha.
Okay,
No,
we're
that's
waiting.
fine.
We're waiting.
Well, I'll wait all day for that. If that's the case.
No.
But listen, Life Rewanted, the Marsha thing. Oh, my stomach hurt so bad. I was laughing so hard when that list got finished. I was like, Jesus, no kidding.
I thought she got a new job. I thought she just got a new job.
Okay, you know what? Here, let me try this.
She's getting pissed.
I mean,
I just want to make sure that I don't mess anything up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
I won't put it up
Hey,
until
Galway
you tell me
girl.
it's ready.
Okay.
Galway girl.
Don't hit okay until I tell you. Okay. Like,
Okay.
don't
Okay.
hit-
I won't. I promise. You just tell me when.
Okay. Don't. I mean, not just. Okay. Hold on. Let me get to it now. I want to do it. So
Okay. I see it.
Don't
but
hit it.
I'm
Don't
not.
hit it.
I'm not.
Sweet crazy, I love you.
Wait. Why is it not?
You crack me up.
Oh, hold on. Do not hit it yet.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not even touching my mouth.
This is being a real pain in my fucking ass. This is usually so easy for me. Like, okay, now we should be.
She's
All right,
looking
you
for a
should be
new
good
job.
now.
Did something happen to Barbie?
All right, you should be good now.
Okay. I can share it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it so you guys can read, and I can read it to you. Laura is live. Morning, everyone. And it's got, I think that's Misdemeanor's picture shared by the Mafia bitch.
yeah, look how ugly I am. Isn't that
Your
awesome?
husband, meme. Okay. Wow, filters are good, I guess. Nana, oh my God, the whole baseball team. Laugh out loud, Nana. Fucking assholes. Hold on. Someone tell Laura criminal comment is Ozzy. Okay, I don't think any of that's like really, it's just them shit talking. But there's for the people that don't share fucking pictures of other people in their fucking bullshit, you know?
What are we looking at?
it was
Pictures of me. Picture of the catfish. Yeah, that she
It was
shared.
Laura
That she got.
sharing.
They took off of my Facebook page.
Yeah, they were passing around Misdemeanor's picture. That's what we're looking at. Yeah, you know, we don't go after subs. Isn't that
Oh,
what-
and let me tell you something. I'm so embarrassed by it that I actually put it on Facebook.
You're right. But
I love
remember,
when
she
you do shit
doesn't
like that.
take people's pictures and put them in her Discord. Remember, guys, she doesn't do that.
No, she never does that. No.
Right, and she's passing on sub pictures, you know.
Is that what we was just looking at? Discord?
Yeah, Misdemeanor. Yeah, her Discord where she's sharing, somebody sent me where she's sharing Misdemeanor's fucking pictures and they're all making fun of her, but they don't share people's pictures in their Discord, you know? They don't do
And
that.
they can make fun all they want to because you know what? I really, you know what? I'm so embarrassed by it. I put it on
They're jealous.
Facebook.
They're jealous.
Now we're
I don't even care. I don't have time for petty people like that. I mean, you know, I really don't.
able to put that screenshot, Amanda.
Yeah, I have it. Let me try to pull it back up. Let me see if it'll let me blow it up. It's not if it doesn't let me blow it up, we can put it on our community post because nobody can even read it how I had it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. Yeah. It's just basically proof of what I said earlier. That it just shows that I'm not lying about the Blondie Bay thing.
Shame on you, Laura.
No, but she, that's what they do to subs. It's disgusting, then they whine when their subscribers even get questioned. It's like, wait a minute, y'all are in there sharing that shit, like people's personal pictures, dropping pictures of people to make fun of them. Let's look at your pictures, Laura. Fucking
No,
ass.
thank you. No, I just ate. No,
Yeah, I don't
show
think
those.
we should do that. Well, I
No.
just wanted to come up because I saw you guys were struggling. Usually it's a little easier, but I just wasn't ready. So, oh well, she's a fucking asshole.
Well,
Really is. She's an asshole. She makes me sick.
It's pretty petty to judge people.
Hey, Aussie Vic.
But I'm guilty of it too.
Hey, wait, Miss Nina. What's that thing that's by you? That person, is that a husband? Oh wait, that is a husband.
Let me tell you about his dick. Do you want me to tell you about his dick? Here, hold on.
No.
What?
Yeah, no. When I first met this man that I lay next to every night, and it does it right all the time, Laura. Whenever I fucking want it, okay. I told him, if you ever lose a leg, we will put a shoe on that motherfucker. You'll be just fine, okay? So, whatever.
That don't affect your sex life. You get adjusted. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly.
She can't even keep a fucking online relationship. Are you kidding me? Thank God.
Well, actually, Laura hasn't moved away from that.
No, of course she hasn't.
For a night for the last 3 years that I know of. She
Right.
hasn't spoken to a man or anything. So we have to understand her sexual frustration.
It's on my community page if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, I gotta jump down because I'm getting ready to watch movies with that thing I call husband and my kids and stuff. So
right.
Love you guys. You guys
love you too. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
See it better. It's on my community page. I just posted it there.
Yeah, and Abusive.
Misdemeanor, let me ask you something. Have you ever opened your mouth up wide for someone like Dave just to see how many dicks you can fit in it?
First of all, I think that any man who judges the size of an orifice, okay, would never go near that thing because that mouth is so big, it would take 3 or 4 to fill it up. Okay?
You mean you put in 9 and pull out 4.5?
Thank you. Exactly. And if I'm too ugly to talk to anybody, just let me know. Just block me. It's fine.
I kind of really think that Laura degraded herself as a woman when Dave asked her to do that, and she went and did it. I think she degraded herself and all other women. I was embarrassed.
No, because not all other women would do that. Okay, there are those that question the femininity.
Well, but this is the same woman who worked at the Crazy Horse 2 in Las Vegas, but never turned a trick.
She was a doorman.
All Dave had to do was ask her to open up her mouth, and she did.
She was a doorman.
Enough said, Laura.
Criminal comment isn't in that email, in that screenshot, unless you're talking about the video. In the video, I have nothing. I don't know about. But you're talking about the screenshot about being Blondie Bay and going into quote unquote the other side. You weren't brought up in that. So unless you're talking about the video Amanda Lynn shared, I don't know anything about that. I didn't video.
Listen, and furthermore, anybody that said anything in those comments at all, I do not hold anything against them. I don't. It is what it is. I really don't. I have a Facebook page. It's full of pictures, good, bad, and ugly of me. I really don't care. If you like me as a person, then I'm interested in you. If you're into me for looks or not into me for looks,
right.
I have no use for you whatsoever. I really don't.
Well, your character alone can make someone absolutely beautiful.
And here's another little fact, okay? Miss Narcissist Queen of the Planet. I lived for 16 years with a man who physically degraded me verbally every chance he got. I starved myself to the point that people thought I had cancer, okay? So, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. I paid you money to be a part of your world thinking that maybe I could help you get the goals in your life met that you wanted to meet. And all you did was make a fool out of me, tear me down, just like with everybody else. And you didn't even bother to get to know me. You're lost, bitch. You're lost, not mine.
You're lost because you're a wonderful person, Miss Queen.
Right.
You are.
Well, I appreciate that. But, it's just, it baffles my mind.
Here. Yes.
You know, did you think that was going to hurt? Because it doesn't. The people that I know and that care about me love me.
Yes, she
It's
is
just
beautiful.
wrong.
Sorry,
It's just
Laura.
wrong for them to go into your personal Facebook and take pictures and post it in her Discord.
Yep.
Well, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you how long ago was that posted? So I think that all came from A Life with Jen.
This must have been posted recently because the one I was talking about, the last time I was on Carla's panel, there's another picture of you that she put in one of the secret chats on Facebook. That is totally different. So now she has posted your pictures twice that I know of. That I
Good for
see.
her.
Yeah.
She's there's no level she won't stoop to. She is the sorriest piece of shit, and it's okay, honey, because when you look up and your Patreon's gone, you can only wonder about yourself, not me.
And people pay for this. People pay for this. This just got me fucked in the head. People pay for this shit. This high school shit where you're going and grabbing somebody's Facebook, throwing them in secret chats like your Agent 99. And
well, there's a reason why there's pictures of Misdemeanor standing there with a man, and there's no pictures of Laura standing there with a man. There's a reason for that.
And let me just say that's the best man.
In the Discord on 5:30, Misdemeanor. So I just got a text telling me when the date was. The date was 5:30. You got posted into the Discord.
So see, that was all that was Life with Jen, because when she
that was all
crying out for help.
Discord, we were kicked out of her Discord May 24th, and that's when all this stuff. Laura was asking for dirt on us, and they were posting screenshots, and Mandy Bell did a video of our.
And I have a collection. I have a collection of things that are against terms of service for Patreon. Trust me. Trust me. I have a whole collection. So, whatever. Oh, some people are just so nasty. I don't even know how God lets them live. I guess for the rest of us to pray for them. I don't know what is with that. I don't understand that. Oh, well. It's all good in the hood. My husband is awesome. Love him.
No one's
so I just got another message. Just got another message. She put Kiki's, Marsha's, and Misdemeanor's pictures all in her Discord, all in the same week.
She put Ash 274's picture in there too. I saw it.
I've never seen it.
I don't know what the point of that is. Ash 274 is lovely. I don't even know why they even.
I've never seen Ash 274.
She's beautiful.
And every picture that was put in there, Laura put in there herself. Nobody else went in there. No Patreons went and took it and put it in there. They're saying every picture that was posted, Misdemeanors, Marsha's, all of them were posted by Laura into that Discord.
Does not shock me.
Sad.
Does not. But the scary thing is, and what people need to pay attention to, is the fact that Laura's too fucking lazy. She doesn't even get up to go piss, okay? She's too lazy to even go look that stuff up. There's somebody doing it for her, be it Life with Jen or the other people that we all know and love so well, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Do your homework.
Amber K is in there as well. Amber K is also in there.
Amber K is where?
In Laura's, a picture of Amber K is in Laura's Discord.
I thought you said Amber K was over there in Laura's thing. I was like, no, she wouldn't.
No.
That's what I was going to say. Amber K is in her Patreon. Oh my God. And Laura, here's another thing. You realize you have as many Patreons as you do because people are afraid to leave you?
Well, who knows how many she has because she took the number down. She could have one in there. We don't know. One.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can tell you how many Stephanie Harlow has. I can tell you. Miss True Crime Doesn't Pay. Got to be all about the drama. Let me tell you what, she's clocking damn near $10K a month if you just go by the $10. I think the most she charges is $15. Okay? So you know what? Well, how much you bringing home, baby?
She's going to Disneyland.
Mhm.
You're staying
And
home.
what is the point of posting people's pictures like she did Jennifer Lynn on her community page? Like she gets the worst picture of anybody and she posts it on her community page. She had a picture of Chucky on her freaking one of her lives.
That's
She
bullies in
and you
high
know
school.
what, Carla? That was about you.
Chucky.
That was you. That's what we called you, Chucky 6. Like, grow the
Mhm.
fuck up, Laura.
There was a whole live about Chucky.
Yeah, so she doesn't just make fun
It
of
was like,
one person. She
High
makes fun of
school,
everybody.
high school bullies.
That's
well,
right.
you know what? I was bullied all through high school. I was
Right.
bullied all through my first marriage.
Right.
I'm not bullied now. And I weighed way less then than I've ever weighed in my life because I was
Right.
trying to please other people like Laura. I don't do that anymore, honey. I
Nope.
cured myself of narcissism, victimhood.
This is how stupid Laura is. She was in her Patreon trying to convince her Patreons that Amber K was BTS.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
She was what?
Amber
She
Kay
was
is a young
trying-
girl. She's not bothered. She doesn't bother anybody.
Wait, what? I didn't
She
get that.
was trying to say Amber K was BTS.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Why?
What was that?
I-
What's her ending?
You know, her detective work. She thinks
Oh,
she's
yes. She's an almost detective. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right. She almost made it to the FBI.
Almost
If they wouldn't have been
Almost.
closed, she would be an FBI detective right now. If they hadn't been closed from the corona.
Yeah, she was going to join the FBI, but they were closed that day.
BTS was 180. That's
Well,
sorry, it was
Three. Hey, Carla Ray. Dova. Tatum.
Carla, did you ever get unblocked over there at Republican Ashes? Because I sent her a Discord message about that. I don't go over there much anymore.
I didn't know I was blocked. Why? Did she block me?
No, Carla
Sorry,
Ray.
I haven't been in there.
Carla Ray.
Oh, you're talking to Carla Ray.
Yeah, she sent
you're
me an email because she got blocked over Republican Ashes, and I said
Oh.
it to her. I don't know if she got unblocked.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't know I was blocked.
No, I
I'm
don't go over
blocked
there.
in a lot of places I don't know about. Sometimes I just lurk. Oh, yes. Laura's an almost FBI. She's an almost lawyer. She's an almost doctor. She's an almost whatever.
She's an
But
almost true
180.
crime.
She doesn't have a record. Her only record was between the dates of this and this. So she doesn't have a record. If
The
you
only
can make
thing
that
she
make
is-
sense.
liar. That's all she is 100% liar. But I'm gonna jump off, guys. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
guys for
love you
having
very
me.
much, Jenna.
Bye.
Yes, have a beautiful day.
Jenna,
Bye.
You too,
I love
sweetie.
you.
See
We'll
you,
be
Jenna.
going over there soon.
All right.
I'm going to
Bye.
jump off. I'm going to end this pretty soon. It's been 3.5 hours. And thank you all for coming up on my panel. I appreciate it. Love you all. Love you guys.
All right, honey. Love you too.
Yeah.
Love you,
Bye-bye,
Brian.
Carla.
Love you, Simon.
Take
Talk
it
to
easy,
you
Miss
later.
See you, chat.
Take care, guys. Love you guys. Have a great Sunday.